me jewels.
Hello, Twitch chat, and welcome to a very exciting day 2 here on the Nova Cup stream. Joining me is none other than Offma. Hello.
Yo, what's up?
All good, all good. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Ready to watch some Legion. Haven't
Yeah.
interacted in a bit, but I've been tuning into all these high elo streams recently, which have been awesome to
It's
see.
been great.
So
Like the Legion Twitch section is the most active it's been in a couple of years, probably. It's brilliant, and all like very high elo streamers, so proper good quality gameplay. It's you love to see it. We even had a super long shadowing stream today, so it really is a blast from the past. Been very fun, but we have some competitive games to show today. So the first semi-final is going to be Abrasiet up against the Spont Machine. So a little bit about these two teams. King Dans and Widdowson, obviously, they've won a bunch of Nova Cups together, have gone through a little bit of a lull lately, it's fair to say, but man, the way they played those games yesterday was they are phenomenal. They are back on tip-top form, and I am scared for Spont Machine, who, by the way, are last month's champions. So it's not like this team are lacking in skill whatsoever. We have two very high caliber teams here, but just the strength of play that I saw from Abrasiet yesterday, this is like classic King Dans and Widdowson. They are back on form and ready to rumble. So what do
yeah,
you think, Offma?
yeah, I think for sure the games yesterday they were looking pretty sharp, and I would also say that in just like individually, like Witterson, I mean, I think in last month's tournament he was, chilling around like top 20, kind of like 2400, and then now he's gone rank one, is like pretty far ahead,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's a good sign to show that his like individual form is also really high. And even though like we have Nova Cup champions, it's like there's only Nova Cup champions left when you get to the semis.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think it'll be a good match, though. Obviously, they're coming in as the one seed compared to the Spont, which is coming in the second seed. But the second seed because they lost to another pair of really good players. So
Mm.
it's really anybody's game at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, and then just quickly on the other side of the bracket, of course, is Barnish Kieran, so that is Drakir and Lucy, and they are playing up against, I can't remember the team name, but it's a Dam's an Atrocity. It's like a really
Yeah.
long, a Dame's at Rosie T. Yeah, that's the one,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Like a play on words. But so again, yeah, it is literally four teams full of Nova Cup champions. I think everybody who's playing today has won Nova Cup at least once, mostly several times. And yeah, like it's just a very high caliber of team that makes it to this stage. So expecting some very high quality gameplay, expecting a lot of back and forth. Probably games going to be going the distance, like we expect to see best of threes played out, right? And then finals, who knows? But
Yeah.
first we have to see who gets there. So let's see, do we have a lobby available for this first semi-final?
Do. And you're not the last one in this time. So
Hey!
that's pretty
To be
good.
fair, I'm like 5 minutes early, so that would be why.
That helps.
Let me just. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like the mastermind options are not like too different from last month, but I think a lot more aristocrat. I think we were seeing like Adamas use it a lot last month, but now it seems like other people are willing to give it a shot as well, which is pretty cool to see. I mean, obviously, Champion's still kind of dominating,
Mhm.
but there's still quite a bit of variety, like your Chaos games, your like Fiesta Cartel games that like I think Zarks and Broly were playing.
Mhm.
They look pretty sharp, honestly. So they can definitely keep up if you get a good start with it.
I think that might be a really interesting meta read actually, because current meta things like aristocrat seem really popular, And I think like a Fiesta Cartel style of like heavy aggression early gameplay is really antithetical to like Aristocrat just wanting to go late and build their
Yeah.
sandcastle, right? So I think that's a really solid strategy to like pick something that is really good against what everyone else wants to play right now. So if everyone wants to go for this kind of slow and steady, become impenetrable late game, and you just go for this really aggressive early game focused mastermind playstyle, it can really pay off. And we saw Zarks and Broly take a game off King and Widdowson yesterday, right? So they clearly made it work. Unfortunately, they didn't make it through to the semis, but man, they played very well, Broly and Zarks.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
so yeah,
I
but
think
like
the
carry on.
I was gonna say I think the hard part in like when you get to Nova Cup is just winning more than one game because like I think almost like everyone who is in Div 1, like if you meet them in a random solo queue game, they for sure have like a very good chance of winning,
Hmm.
right? But then like winning a second game without your best mastermind is like the hard part. And then obviously, if you all make it all the way to the finals, then it's even harder, right? Because then you see some people get like very uncomfortable having to play a third mastermind. So it's definitely like a testament to their skill, but like I hope to see that they can actually get even further, right? And start putting up an actual like series wins to get further for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And anything in particular that you're expecting to come out in this first semi-final? So like any clash of playstyles between King and Widder, Fine and Saji.
I mean, I feel like Fine and Sagittarius, they're probably like trend a bit more aggressive in the early game,
Hmm.
but I think it's like King and Witter are very adaptable players. Like I think before, like they always talk about like, oh, like it just didn't like they will literally adapt to what is happening in their games as opposed to like, oh, I need to play like 20 ladder games and see what people are doing, right? It's like, oh, like they just did this last game and it didn't feel like we could do anything, so we also need to adapt and we can't play income heavy. We need to start saving the early game as well. So I
Hmm.
think it should be like I would expect like they would start to play like more like their normal selves where they're probably more slightly income heavy. But if they start getting clapped by like some early slaves, I would expect them to also start trying to adapt and play similarly. But I do think Final Sagittarius prefer to play like they play super aggressive early game, like they're always pushing really hard, but they're pushing really hard so they can send like big power bricks early
Yeah,
most of
yeah.
the time. Yeah.
Sanji is definitely one of those players, I think in particular, who will go for that early game aggression. Like he's a massive fan of mimics or ogres on 7 and GKs on 8 and that sort of thing. To the extent that like I just don't queue. If Sagittarius is playing on ladder, like I don't want to get GK'd on 8 every game, man. But yeah, so if like what you're saying with King and Widdowson just going for that kind of income heavy playstyle, it could feed into their hands, and Sagittarius is absolutely capable of like capitalizing on that and punishing with a really big kind of pivotal send around the wave 789. But we'll see. Like a lot of it comes down to the roles and the mastermind choices and
Yeah.
just the flow of the game. But like all four of these players, extremely well accomplished. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to call. I think just purely based off how well King and Widow were playing yesterday, I'm going to give them the edge, but it's close. Anyway,
Yeah.
the players are keen to get into it, so guys, here we go. Game number 1 of the semi final Abrasier versus Spont Machine. Oh, let's go!
Let's go.
And
Champion, no surprises there. And he has some pretty big juice in his role. I think cash out is kind of like well, it's a little bit of surprise, right? Like on a first game to go cash out. When there are I mean, Champion is maybe the best early game mastermind, but
mm-hmm.
I mean, Sagittarius is always like cash
Well,
out.
this is a Megamind cash out. You can see he's
Oh,
got
I see.
the 271 gold, right?
Yes, very, very well spotted. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
I
get
mean,
the Megamind
I
out of the
mean,
way. Like you're playing kind of
yeah,
high variance, rewarded. I think that's a pretty nice cash out roll as well that he's got there.
yeah, he's got some stuff to work with and some good late game. It's
I
almost
mean,
like he would want to be the aristocrat role because he's
yeah,
got every tier 6 that he would ever want to put down.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. Meanwhile, Fine's got a kind of okay. aristocrat role, but not amazing.
Yeah.
Like he's got that kind of early game with the flower angler, so he can have a fairly comfortable early game. Just stay on value, farm the stacks, that sort of thing. But then when it comes to
Yeah.
that tier 6 spam that aristocrat really wants to do late game, is Firelord the unit you want to do that with?
Yeah, it's more of like a mid-game spike roll right now. We'll see after the reroll, but I mean, you would feel pretty good about this roll, just that it doesn't play to aristocrat's strength necessarily.
He still has a reroll as well, so
Yeah.
pilot your way through the early game and then reroll and hope to find another tier 6 that you can play a few more of.
Yeah, Witterson has the hip start with champion. It's one of the most broken openers for sure.
Yep.
See how he goes about it, but just gonna put the champ down, it seems. And King has a pretty nice chaos start. It's like a classic one where you just like got a little bit of all the good stuff. Like Tempest is really great in chaos, Pack Rat is really great in chaos, and Slime is not bad.
I mean, Pack Rat is just always amazing, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's particularly good in Chaos because it enables those kind of shifts when you're hoping to find a unit on the next wave.
yeah.
But it's just a very, very good early game unit.
So Sagittarius got this king up, and he was already 6 workers with that banker opener. So I mean, he can't go 7, but it does make it
It
easier
alleviates the
for him.
pressure, right?
Yeah, especially some pressure from a pip with champion, right? That's going to be 6 workers on 3, could be 8 workers on 4.
Wooderson's
Well,
gone
7
7
workers on
actually.
3.
Yeah, straight to 7 workers. He can afford to play one Bone Warrior and one Bone Warrior only. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, he is getting DT. I don't know if Fine will go full because it's kind of crazy to go full income into a champion pip on
Yeah.
3, but
Well, he doesn't get 20 anyway, I think.
yeah, it looks like he's just a bit short.
Yeah.
And it's actually Witterson going full here with double snail, but Sagittarius kind of sniffing out with the full veteran
The full
upgrade
veteran,
here.
yeah. Well, let's see just how broken this champion Pipsqueak is then. DT should
Yeah,
be the perfect send into it, and it looks like he's going to be leaking decently, actually.
yeah, it's like half the wave.
61%, yeah, yeah. King Dan's is going to cover, though.
Yeah. And King got the gate guard, which is, did he block build it?
Yeah, he has, yeah.
I think the slime is block built,
Yeah,
I
the slime's
guess.
half a square down, yeah.
Something looks strange when I press tab. But I mean, with the 70% sell, it could be worse.
Yeah, true.
Might
It
have been
also
one of
doesn't. It
those.
doesn't really matter until he finds the
Yeah,
aura anyway, right? So
yeah. Now, 7 workers for everyone besides King, but he does have that pack rat. Probably can't hunt it on wave 4. That's a pretty common pattern, right? Like,
yeah,
you want to keep the pack rat up when it's strong and away when it's weak.
yeah. So he is lower workers, but he's keeping up in Mythium. We can see here
Yeah.
he's
And,
slightly behind Saji and Widdowson, but not by much.
yeah, and it is a full set. I mean, it makes sense. You see a bunch of units that aren't the best. I mean, pack rat is a good defense typing here, but not really doing a lot of damage. So
Yeah,
see if he has enough value here. I mean, the Tempest is off tanking, which is great.
yeah. The pack rat goes down fairly quickly though. Gateguard will get
Yeah,
another summon. I think he's going to be just fine, but
yeah.
unfortunately, it does mean he was not able to treasure hunt here. So while having fewer workers than everyone else in the game, kind
But
of hurts his economy a bit.
look at this pro league while they're saving up big. It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
really
a real
nice.
nice, especially with King Dan's holding here.
Yeah, and King holding with not that many units also means they buy even more time here. He might even get to
Yep.
120 because of that.
Oh wow, do you think they're going to go 5? Yeah, they are.
Looks like
Hermit,
it, yeah.
Hermit Robo, and a Brute from Widders. All
Yeah,
right,
we'll
let's
see. I
go.
mean, it's not like Fine has the best answers here, right? He doesn't have great single target here. The Hermit is pretty great into the flower. Sagittarius obviously has the big banker here. Will he boost it?
I don't know, it's kind of rough, right? Because
Yeah.
they may well be expecting 6. Like, Flower
Okay,
Angler
goes
is
for it.
very weak on 6. We do get a boost, okay, that's
And
good.
Fine actually, okay, I thought he was gonna go for a shift, but he just decides to build because that wave was too long.
Yeah. It's good presence of mind there. Now let's see how well he does. The Tempest is perfect, just tanking the boss. The boss does go down, but a Robo's on the Tempest as well, so it will die.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
his
it's gonna
front
be
line
like
goes.
significant damage.
King Downs, he's leaking as well. So, sorry, Sagittarius, 47 on
Yeah,
Saggy. Widdowson Pro leaking meanwhile, but
yeah,
52% on Fine. That's a Hermit and Brute reaching the King. This is going to have a little bit more healing time. This should be
yeah,
a decent chunk of damage off me.
yeah, maybe like 60% or something. It's a pretty nice opening and kind of a little bit of mistakes from Fine and Saturday. Not mistakes, you could say Witterson and King kind of made the moves themselves by Pro
Yeah,
Leaking and holding slowly, but um, and he actually goes for a Brute Resend. I mean, looking at that build, I would Brute Resend too. There's
yeah.
really nothing going on there,
He won't quite be
but
able to
plus
reach the
100 works.
Robo as well. It's just going to be a brute snail, so not as bad as it could have been, but
Yeah,
fine. I mean, he's plus 75, but he's plus 75 with a solo Leviathan.
yeah,
I'm
I
I'm
mean,
not sure that's it.
I guess he's thinking I'm plus 75, I might as well just build this, but I kind of don't mind just building the two wild shrooms if you're gonna overbuild, because it feels
Yeah,
better on 7 anyways, right? You want to get, oh, it's not even
he's
tanking.
not even tanking this.
It actually
Eh?
looks like one by one they fall.
Now let's see. I mean, his build is like categorically bad. I
But he
think it's fair
does
to
have a
say.
lot of value.
Yeah, so that's the question. Like,
But
how
does
broken
not
is
seem
value
like,
exactly? He's
or
leaking. He's leaking plus
he's gonna get,
75.
yeah,
Not
that's a bad beat.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very small leak, but again, plus 75.
Yeah,
And look at the workers off Mer. Like,
yeah.
Widdowson and King are on 11 and 12 over there. A resend once again coming out from King.
And they don't really have pressure. I mean, they are trying to pressure 8, right? Where King is probably the weakest, but is he really gonna do anything when he's been allowed to income send on like, or not income send, but he's sending every wave on big workers, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and Fine is going plus value again. So is he really gonna have enough to threaten Witterson?
Yeah, but
Who's
again,
on
like,
value, right?
fine. He's plus value, but his build just looks so weak. Like, this thing here is
Yeah.
just completely dead.
And it's at 100 send this time.
All right,
Maybe it
let's
can
see.
tank this wave.
Oh, it does
It's
tank.
taking the
Okay, so the
Robo.
Robo's
Yeah.
stuck on the
And
Leviathan
he's
at
sniping the
least.
Brute with the Leviathan, so
Yeah. Oh, well, that helps. That
that,
helps a
and
lot.
he's actually got split tanking this wave,
Uh,
so
Perfect three-way aggro. Yeah, okay.
yeah. Value may be enough.
Huh. If only his build had performed like that on 6.
So it will be Triumph Sense, but the wave was so fast, right? Like it's almost a like if you're a Fine, you almost kind of wish you did for a leak. But yeah, just income into Witterson, right? You can't actually leak him here.
Hmm.
And
We do have a
Syracuse
cheeky
will try
mole coming
King.
out from Zagi into King Dance, so let's see
Good
what the
work, he
answer
rolled
is.
nothing.
Oh,
Like, quite
yeah.
literally has no good units, and I don't know if he now notices, but his Mudman has to. Yeah, there's a little bit of a.
Yeah.
It's missing a square, it seems.
Yeah. You
But
can
a
play
Hearted
a
Mudman
Steed?
can't be bad, and a Cat is not bad either. He's got good value.
Very little
It doesn't
DPS
quite
in
get
his
to the
role, though.
Brood. Yeah, I mean,
And the mole's pretty good at clapping a Mudman, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, Mudman goes down.
yeah. But the mommy will. Oh,
Yeah,
the
Mummy's gonna
Geekar
pop.
didn't get another summon. Yeah, he kind of just does no damage because he didn't roll
Hmm.
anything.
And now the Leviathan goes down as well,
Yeah,
so literally 0 DPS on King's board here. I mean, yeah, this
it's
isn't
something.
great.
Yeah, I mean, pretty nice
63%.
for Sagittarius.
Oh, Widdowson already has the champion Lumerian, by
Yeah,
the way. Like, I was only focused on King Dan's lane here, but meanwhile, Widdowson, he's ready to pop.
that's the cover machine.
Yeah,
They go
Widdowson
income
on top.
once, but Sagi and Fine will go for the save. I think the power scores make some sense. I think the most surprising part, I guess, is that Fine is actually doing well, but he did actually kill the power marks on 7, so that gave him a little bit of gold too. And he did send income on 7 as well, right? So he's the only guy in this game who hasn't gone minus income from power
Mhm.
marks.
Yeah, this game actually playing out quite differently to how I expected. Like, the aggression that we're seeing coming out of King and Widders is more what I would have expected to see from Sagittarius, honestly.
Yeah. It's a little bit how the roles played out, right? Because, I mean, Fine and Sagi playing pretty aggressive openers that need to get punished, or else they kind of take over. But actually, Fine maybe overgrading here and getting taken out by the Dino. It's
Yeah.
actually quite a big leak.
It's not
Well,
it's not
he
a
did kill.
terrible pro league
Yeah.
though, because they're saving
Yeah,
a
he
lot
is
of
going for the
Mythium over
save.
there.
Yeah, and they will give him Ogre, which Witterson will have that Kingpin. So Ogre is a great send.
Hmm.
We'll see if what King can get out as well. Because he's got an Ogre to deal with. He did roll the Daphne. He also did roll the Disciple. I mean,
He's got options. Surely he's not making the Harbinger here. Surely. Come on,
that,
King.
yeah.
He's just baiting the casters or what?
I think he's going Harp plus Disciple. Oh, whoa, okay.
Alright. I mean, at
Maybe he
least this
doesn't.
Leviathan is touching something.
Yeah, it's better than other Leviathans in the game that we've seen.
He has a left-sided split as well, by the way, so the boss is going to
Yeah.
come onto the Levi.
And Witterson actually didn't sell his, or didn't income. But look at this Ogre, it's kind of just chilling here, which gives the Kingpin a lot of time.
Yeah. Meanwhile, his Lumerian is stacking. The
But
Hyper
I think
Harry.
it will be a link. And
Yeah.
same with this, same story with this Ogre over here. I mean,
Oh, Witterson very close to killing the boss, but not quite. So we have two low HP bosses, but
yeah,
crucially, two full HP ogres here reaching the king. This is
Yeah.
going to be a pretty decent chunk of damage.
yeah. I mean, they have a lot of King ups, but it's still a pretty hefty amount.
Yeah. Kind of evening the scores, really, HP wise.
Yeah. And I guess the interesting part is Witterson now just goes income on 11. It feels like if he had the option to just go double income, but I mean he does slow down Sagittarius a bit doing that. And he's still on top of the power score, so
Yeah.
in a decent spot for sure. And he has a second angler eventually coming up. And he has the egg this
It's
turn.
egg time, yeah. Okay. Well,
Which is gonna be good.
let's see if it survives.
Yeah. I mean he could even take GA for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean he's not planning for the egg to live the wave 12, it seems.
Well, I mean, he has no ranged units in the split. The egg could live on 12.
Yeah, actually. Kills the left side fast enough. Yeah. They
It's
see the
chilling
egg
over
now.
here for now, yeah. He did use the
Unfortunately, they
GA
just
on
incomed
the
the
Kingpin.
Kingpin.
Yeah.
Makes sense. You need to make sure the egg is alive.
Mm-hmm.
And King actually rolled the Fire Lord like a beast here, so
Yeah,
the
what a
Levi is
machine.
looking better and better.
Yeah. I think Levi just has so many synergies in like the current game. There's so many flying units now that weren't there in the
Impossible
past.
to miss.
Yeah. Another egg from Wibberman.
Wow.
Is that too greedy?
Yeah. Oh, is its value? I mean, his value is like 1400-ish. It's probably enough with the GA Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not enough even to get an actual set, but yeah, that would be kind of crazy. And Fine goes for an egg of his own, right? Makes sense. He's going to get the Phoenix on 13 to cover it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of egg ward, but it's pretty good for Fine, right? With the Aristocrat. He's kind of loving this game.
Yeah. I mean, like we talked about it early on, he didn't really have a good tier 6 unit for spamming with Aristocrat. Well, Egg is that unit, so...
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
So,
okay. The Egg did
one
not
egg.
survive in Witterson's lane.
But the other one will, so
The other one will.
he's farming some one-stack eggs.
Yeah. I wonder how he could have
feels-
changed that.
Well, I think if he didn't have a second egg, he would have been fine. Because if he kills the left side fast enough, then the creeps will go, like his units will walk over here.
Yeah.
So the Phoenix and the Catapult, I mean, it looks like everyone is pretty chilling on value.
Mm-hmm.
Besides maybe King, but that's just some pack rats being hunted.
So I would guess this is probably coming down to like a wave 15 send?
Yeah, or even 14, right, with the Phoenixes out and about, but we do have eggs hatching, so
Yeah, another egg here from Witterson is very
Yeah.
interesting. Unless he's trying to force that 14 send, perhaps.
yeah, it could be that. He would have another Kingpin by then. Fine is question mark ping.
Fine is onshore.
Well, yeah, I mean,
King's playing super low value right now. He does have
Yeah,
220 underground, but even so, he's like
yeah,
300 undervalue. And Fine and Saji, they will go for this wave
yeah.
14
I,
send, it
I
looks
think
like.
it. I think seeing what Witterson is doing with the second egg is really tempting them into it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it may be like he may have over egged looking at its value.
the bait worked. Now the question is,
Yeah,
can they survive the send?
he hasn't got like he can't really get this guy out, right? Which is probably the best thing that he could end up
Yeah, he'd,
building.
he'd have to
So,
sell a lot for that.
and it's a lot of value in his Lumerian, which
Hmm.
isn't going to tank a lot right here. We'll see. I mean, King is going for the Harden. He has the Badger, but again, he's just undervalued, right? Although the Centaur is not the best in the Phoenix, but it will be pretty good against the rest of his units.
Yeah, let's see. The Phoenix is tanking very nicely there for King.
Yeah.
So that thing should be able to take that left side and survive. Or actually, it's
Well,
going
he kind
quite
of wants it to
low.
die.
It's gonna kill. Ah. Okay, it does go down. Oh, but
So
it's
he
got
has the
GA.
GA. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Yeah,
But
still,
it's
still a pretty decent
bad.
league. 68% there for King.
And same for
Wibberman.
Witterson.
I mean, the Lumerian with the Dark Mage, it can go pretty insane, but not
It did
quite enough to
actually, I mean,
survive.
he looks like he's about one egg's value of holding.
Oh, he would easily hold if that egg
Yeah.
was, anything else, I think.
Honestly, even if he had the egg in the split, maybe, so that it would, at least
Yeah,
tank something for
yeah, yeah,
his
yeah.
guys
Just
first, yeah.
some kind of tank value instead of
But
literally nothing.
they do have the Mythium. But when do they go?
Yeah, they're dropping
Because,
quite low here, but like you say, they have a ton of counterattack potential now
oh, for
King and Withers. And Fine and Saji, they're scared. They go for a round of income here on 15, but the
yeah.
send is not coming here. King
But
and Withers, wow, that is a
do,
ton of Mythium stored up. If they
do
want
they? I mean,
16 or 17, what do you think?
17? I mean, 17 is maybe a bit better into fine, right, with
Hmm.
the Levi, but Sagittarius is looking kind of like a problem. I mean, 17 is better, right, against
Yeah,
his prep, right?
and
So maybe you
Fine
see that.
has flowers as well, so 17's definitely looking
Yeah.
good there. But the question is, can they survive 16? Look at
I
King
mean,
Dan's value now.
you're doing something crazy with these hunts. I mean, he has a GA Levi Phoenix, so I can kind of see
Hmm.
why he's willing to do that, but uh see, I doubt he actually gets punished here, right? He's kind of one-shotting the boss
Yeah, he's
anyways.
going to be absolutely fine, I think. But maybe against a full send, but there was no full send.
Yeah, and now they do have the option of going longer, but I think
Ah,
I think
they go for
16
the
makes some amount
16.
of sense. And
Okay.
it's double Kraken actually into Fine, kind of targeting the Phoenixes, right? Doesn't want to
Mm.
give them any value.
Yeah, I can see it.
And
The
I mean,
problem
he
is
doesn't
Fine
really
can
do
just spam
damage.
death caps here, like, so Kraken's nice and all, but the death caps are just going to one-shot the wave.
Yeah, that is one of his options for sure. I mean, he kind of built for 15, so if he had full gambled, kind of more like Sagittarius for 16 with the prep, and
Hmm.
Sagittarius actually going for another prep, he kind of feels like he scared them off of 16 with that Income King as well.
Yeah.
Or maybe he feels that Fine will hold with the death cap, but it's just two death caps.
Meanwhile,
Obviously,
they are at least upgrading the king, so they have a
yeah,
fully stacked king now. The
that could
sends are
work.
massive though, Offmo. We've got
Yeah,
1220 here and 980 there. Will either player be able to hold? The
and
first
one Phoenix,
Phoenix
so the
is
GA is
down.
down,
These
and
masks,
it's
though, are
not
just doing
getting
so much
focused.
work for Sagittarius.
Yeah.
The mask line has been breached.
Yeah, I mean the Bears would be nice against the AoE, but they never got focused.
Hmm.
But look at how Fine is
91% there for
doing.
Sagi. Fine, however, holy,
Yeah,
Fine
the
is
double.
is more than fine. He's holding.
Yeah, the second Kraken ended up being kind of a waste. Like the first one was great,
Hmm.
but I mean, having to send two Krakens to get that maybe wasn't worth it. Like maybe some more damage was needed in the send to
Yeah.
kill the Phoenixes. Hard to say, but he should
Ooh.
be completely on top now.
Yeah, I think this game has just swung pretty heavily in favour of Spont
Yeah,
Machine. Like the play there, I don't know, it was tough for King and Widow, right? Because I guess
yeah,
ideally they would want to go 17, but then Sagittarius has Havens and Catapults and what? Like they
yeah,
definitely just can't go straight 18, I think.
yeah. And Fine is great on 18 as well, and because of that, he can just, I mean, an 18 and 19 fine is not leakable, right? So he's going for more eggs.
Yeah.
But actually, they kind of
Oh,
have the right read. Like, king is just gonna Sui into the eggs.
yeah. Go for this massive wave 18 send.
I
And
mean,
to be fair, like
Sagittarius
Sagi's very weak
really
on
weak.
18, right? Although, having said that, Rogue Wave is broken. I don't
Yeah,
know,
I
like,
mean,
if
he
we
does
look at
have
his
that.
units, typing wise, they're terrible on 18. But Rogue
Yeah.
Wave exists, so Wave 18 go
Well,
bye bye.
but I think they will send because this one is maybe a clear indication. And the thing
Yeah.
is, Witterson isn't that great on 18 with all those king guns, right?
Hmm.
He doesn't really have great damage besides his Lumerians. I mean, Lumerian is great on 18, but the tank line is going to be just a couple of eggs, right?
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, it's all going to come down to whether Widdowson can hold long enough, I think. Although,
Yeah.
having said that, like Fine and Sagi,
Yeah.
2 eggs, he sells them. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, when you see the Sui, that one has to be the right choice.
Yeah,
He's going for an Iron Scales here, trying to protect his Phoenix, but
I like it.
King is sending no Four Eyes. He's just going for a second Kraken, I guess, right? With the rest of his Mythium.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix can still get absolutely slapped on 18. Like, if it tanks, I think 3 creeps, it dies super quick.
Okay, he goes for the Four Eye. He didn't. Well, he wouldn't have got to the second Kraken, I guess.
Yeah. All right, let's see. We've got pretty big sends all around. Fine and Sagi, they are leading the value by miles, however. In fact, the first
Hmm.
Phoenix dies anyway, so even with
Okay.
that Iron Scales there to protect it, it still goes down, but the others are living here for Fine. Is this just a hold for the boy? It looks like it might be, yeah. Easy
Yeah.
hold there for Fine. Sagittarius, meanwhile, I mean, is that another hold as well?
Yeah.
King Dan's, he's of course leaking. Much better
It's
performance than I
actually
thought, given his
another
value.
hold as well.
And Widdowson, of course, making it easy with these two giga carrying Lumerians.
Honestly, it's kind of a weird situation where like when a guy sued, but somehow no one is dead.
Yeah, that
And
kind
he
of favors the Sui player, right? Because now King Dan's
Yeah,
just
but
has 63 workers and some long waves. But I don't
yeah,
know. I guess it kind of has to come down to 20 at this point.
yeah. And I mean
Nobody really has
fines.
a wave 20 roll.
Yeah, I mean maybe Sagittarius has the best one with the catapults and the rogue
In the Rogue
waves,
Wave,
but
yeah.
he also has
And
a lot
well,
of
the
death
value,
value.
right? Sagittarius just has value
Yeah,
for days, and Widdowson can't afford to push.
I
Hmm.
mean I mean King is trying to build again. Maybe feels that Fine can't actually hold here, right? Fine is pushing, and I think that makes sense, right? Looking at his role versus Sagittarius' role, does make a little more sense that Sagittarius will be able to do better on 20.
Yeah. All right. Well, here comes the wave 20 sends. Huh. I don't know. I feel like this favors Spomp Machine, but
Yeah.
honestly, it's going to be close.
Yeah, I feel like in traditionally having value is the most important thing in these late game races, right? Like
Yeah.
having a bit more Mythium doesn't always tend to just beat out value if you have good units. I mean, King holding
Oh,
19 minus
Widdowson's income
1400.
sending. Interesting.
Interesting. So they try to live.
All right.
It's pretty bold. Maybe it'll work.
I mean, Widdowson has to hold, and his build doesn't inspire that much confidence for me. Like, I don't know, Hydras are just going to feed the Big Maccabeus. Lumerians can stack and deal a huge
Yeah.
amount of damage, that's for sure.
Does have like some rogue wave action as well, some
Yeah,
aquas to try and kill the shaman. I mean,
yeah, his
LP
Aquas will kill
builds.
the Sens pretty quickly. I'd like one more Dark
Yeah,
Mage for the
green.
second
Yeah,
Lumerian.
that could be good. Yeah, and even finishes it off with some king ups. I mean, the aquas will definitely kill the shaman,
Yeah, the Sens are going down very, very quickly here for Widdowson. Sagi obviously
and
will hold against
king
the
is
income
doing pretty good
Send.
as well.
King's doing
Doesn't
really
look
well.
doesn't look like a hold, but I mean he's minus like 2K.
They won't die, right?
But
Like
nah.
Widdowson. I
Or
mean, actually,
two
Widdowson leaks
bosses?
too.
Yeah. Maybe they're dead. They got a
Hmm.
shutdown.
They did get a shutdown. Fine leaking a fairly
One
healthy
trauma, two
boss.
bosses, 70%
Yeah.
HP. They dead? I don't really. No, I mean
Nah.
they're just
Oh, the
like
boss
wow,
kills those
even if they
things
one
very
tap them.
quickly.
But yeah, how did they deal with the Sagittarius problem of it all? Oh, it's a
Yeah.
full push resend. Whoa, that's really bold.
Oh, that's not what I expected. That is not what I expected at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy because I mean, maybe I want Sagittarius prepping 22 because I don't think he would have ever anticipated this.
Yeah.
But 21 generally is not that strong relative to 22 because obviously you get income to hold 21 and you don't to get to hold 22.
I can see it though for Widdowson and
Yeah,
King.
I mean
Like they know that they're behind. They have to go for a bit of
yeah.
a Hail Mary play, and here it is.
Yeah, I mean the other thing is the enemy is like the king is 80%. It's not like lower
Hmm.
where you only need a very tiny thing to punch through,
Yeah, it
but
has to be a pretty chunky
I mean
leak
his
to.
masks are kind of dying over here.
Yeah.
The boss is taking forever to die.
Finds Phoenix though. That thing is smurfing. Holy.
Yeah. I mean there's just so many catapults in the
Yeah,
Sagittarius lane.
it's an easy hold I think for Sagi,
Yeah. And same for Fine.
and same for Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that
Well,
pretty much seals the deal. Like barring some kind of
yeah.
absolute miracle here for Widdowson and King Dens.
Yeah, I mean they may just even die to no set next wave.
Yeah. They're going for the resend, but
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
it's not going to work.
I mean,
Huh.
the only way they can win is if Fine and Sagittarius don't send, but
They do.
they
Okay.
are.
Yeah. There's just no way that Widdowson and King Dans can survive this send. It's going to be
Yeah,
like 3 times the size of their send. Well, maybe not. They have full pushed those workers. 130 there for
yeah,
Widdowson. So the Zens might be similar in size, but Fine and Sagi just they have literally thousands more value.
yeah. I mean, the aristocrat eggs were a bit too much scaling in this game,
Yep.
and even Sagittarius scaling really hard with his role.
So pretty back and forth game overall, but Spont Machine will come
Yeah,
out on top here in the first game of the semis. And what a long game as well, Offma. This is wave
yeah,
22. We don't often see these ultra late game waves here in Nova Cup.
yeah. It's been a while since the Nova Cup, where almost every game was like 19 at least.
Yeah. Those were the
We saw
days,
like
hey?
was it like a wave 24 game or something like that?
Yeah, I remember. Well, there we have it. So Fine and Sagittarius, they are taking game number 1 here in the semis. And Abrasia, they must be feeling pretty exhausted after that marathon of a game. So what do you think they need to do differently, Offmer, if they want to come back into the series? Remember, they need to win the next 2 games to stay in the tournament.
Honestly, I don't know if there was one kind of like strategy problem. Like, I feel like the game kind of just didn't work out in the end. Like,
Hmm.
maybe you can criticize their individual, like some small things, like oh, like King probably shouldn't have went full on 7, and like if he goes income, maybe he scales a bit better, and Fine doesn't scale quite as hard, or
Hmm.
but like I feel like it went okay for them. Maybe one thing is that they both kind of weren't able to get a good solution for 10 between Witter and King, so they actually opened themselves up. But I mean, stuff like that will happen. I feel like their mid game went pretty well. Like honestly, taking that 14 was pretty reasonable if they were able to get the reward afterwards with like the 16
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
working. But yeah, I think it just ended up not working so well. Like the enemies had really strong rolls for those ways. I mean,
And
everyone in
the
the game
roles
had a
covered
great
each other
roll.
really nicely, right? Like,
Yeah,
Fine had the kind of Tempest Phoenix setup, which is traditionally very weak on 17, but then for 17, Sagi had Havens and Catapults, like 2 of the best
yeah,
units in the game for Wave 17, right? So
yeah,
they were just in a very tough spot in terms of closing the game. I don't know,
yeah.
16 clearly didn't work. We had Fine easily holding. Sagittarius doing pretty well there as well. So it's kind of easy to say in hindsight, oh, they should have gone another wave longer. But what's to say that Sagittarius wouldn't have just held 17 as well?
Yeah.
It's rough. It's rough. So I don't know. Very very strong late game rolls from both Fine and Sagittarius, proving too difficult to break for Abraceit. Let's see. Maybe we get a roll diff in favor of Abraceit in the next game. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think I do like that they were still trying things in the late game. Like even though they felt a bit behind, they were trying things like
Yeah.
the full push into 18, anticipating eggs, and they forced Fine to make the decision to sell his eggs to hold, right? So
Yeah.
uh, definitely still making the game as difficult as possible.
Yeah, I mean, they never give up. They never stop fighting, and they certainly gave Fine and Sergio a run for their money. Like, even at the end there, it was still fairly close. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough game. Let's move on. Let's see what Abraceit can show us in game number 2, because surely they need to win at least this one to give us the best of 3, right?
Yeah, they gotta get some drops for the people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Although I think most people probably already finished their drops yesterday with the mammoth
Yeah,
stream, like 4.5 hour stream that we had yesterday.
there's always some people who miss though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All
Like
right,
for all the
guys.
people.
Game number 2 is on its way. We have a 1-0 advantage for Spont Machine. Can Abraceit even the score, or will Spont Machine be 2-0ing their way to the finals? Let's find out. Game 2.
Saboteur for Sagittarius and Cartel for Fine. So two really high income masterminds for the early game. And kind of makes sense looking at those Legion spells. AOA, Robo, Squad, both pretty aggressive. So if you can get that early lead into a quick 11 finish, you're pretty happy.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what Witter and King are thinking about.
They haven't even chosen their masterminds yet, so they're
Yeah.
certainly giving it some deep thought over here. Lock in
Okay.
there, lock in random for King and a cartel for Widdowson. So going for those early game focused masterminds, but Fine and Sagi have done the same this time around. So very aggressive
Yeah.
setup. I guess All Out Assault kind of does that to a lobby, right? Like you see
Yeah.
the strongest aggressive spell in the game, and everybody just wants to lock in cartel and be as strong as humanly possible on wave 11.
So it's free food for King here with the Saboteur. But I mean, King's roll is not that good. I think he's already in his reroll, trying to get together a bit better units with his gun.
Yeah. Didn't really find anything, it looks like.
Yeah,
Has the Lord of Death at least? Pretty good on 11 if we're talking about like an
Yeah.
AOA race.
yeah, like from a purely 11 perspective, like he can be doing good. And Sagittarius got one of his favorite openers. I feel like I always see him with the Whirlybird and always doing well. So
Fine on
Tempest
the
for
Warp
him.
Wing. He's got the Tempest set up there as well.
Yeah. Which is also, I mean, Tempest is a beast on 11.
Stagi's picked up such an aggressive role here. Like the way that
Yeah.
he's chosen his units. Like we already kind of knew it with All Out Assault in the game, but Sagittarius from wave 1 basically is planning to end the game on 11, right? Like he's
Yeah.
picked Elite Archer as his most expensive unit. All of his unit picks there, Mudman, Tempest, even the Whirlybird to some extent is like things that are going to be good on 11.
Yeah. And that now should let him go 7 workers even, right? With the Aqua. Like it's just the perfect combo threshold with the Whirlybird. I don't know if he will, but
He stays on 6, it looks like. But yeah, the combo is so nice, right? Like the Aqua, it kind of does the same thing that it does with Nightmare, and just lets it like one-shot the wave, basically.
yeah. So 6 workers for everyone besides Fine here. But he does have the Pixie.
Yeah, kind of a pseudo worker, right?
And it's actually a full send here from Witterson. Trying to catch some. Oh, it's full send for both of them, actually. Full send for
from
Sagittarius
everyone.
into King as well.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, the Pixie goes down pretty quickly there for fine.
Yeah.
Don't know if this will be a leak. Warp Boom is so good on 3, but I guess...
The lizard is kind of chewing through it.
Yeah, Kingdan's leaking half the wave,
Yeah,
meanwhile, to the triple snail. Fine leaking just
yeah.
38, and Widdowson, he does
Very
hold.
lucky he didn't get a full send.
Yeah, right? Like, one more snail to Widdowson, and this could have been some serious king damage.
Yeah. So 7 workers now for everyone. Are we gonna see a skip into like a 5 or 6 save? But it's just gonna be income for everyone. Actually, that's not income.
Oh, a full send from Widdowson into
it's pretty bold.
Sagittarius. Alright,
Can
let's
it work?
see.
He doesn't have the best units here, like a veteran? Like, or he doesn't have Rogue Wave Pool, right?
He may
So,
go for something like a Tempest. No, it is a veteran, okay. I was thinking he might just play Tempest hoping to be as strong as possible on 5,
Yeah.
but...
I mean, the veteran is good on against the Robo, and he's going for another full send here into King.
Yeah.
Saboteur leaving him with not many options.
King should be fine though, right? 315 value with a Gatling gun. Like, I think he's just absolutely chilling. So let's just pop back over to Sagittarius. I mean, he's cleaning up the
he's
wave
also
with no problems.
But
Fine,
Fine
though.
actually. Oh, the snails
Fine
are
and
the ones we
Widdowson.
needed to be worried about.
We looked at both of the wrong lanes. We checked out King, he was fine. We checked out Saggy, he was fine. And then Fine and Widdowson both leaking to their baby sense.
So
Okay.
8 workers for Sagittarius, I mean, he's kind of in the spot now where it's really hard to deal with him because he can kind of do whatever. He's basically held every send, and he has a lot of money after eating the Robo as well.
He's actually used his reroll as well, by the way. So the role that was like super early game focused, it still is pretty early game focused, but now he's found that Lord of Death, which, by the way, one more unit that's very good on 11.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the good synergy as well with the Tempest. I mean, he's a little lacking in his tank value late game besides Mudman, right? But maybe we won't even get there. If they're going with the save, they clearly have plans to get some damage in.
Yeah, Wen looks great against Widdowson and King, though, because they both look super strong on 7 and 8.
Yeah, I would have thought that 6 is not even a bad choice here, but with the Grawl showing, it's kind of risky.
Yeah.
So maybe you are just going for a wave 8.
Wave 8 can work, but then, like, if Widdowson gets his Elite Archer upgraded, if Kingdan's... I mean, with Groll, Kingdan's can even get the Gatling gun upgraded as well, right? So, like, they just become unleakable.
Yeah, I don't know what their plan is. They could also just be protecting their own wave 8, and maybe they'll just income.
Yeah, that can work too.
A lot of choices. Yeah, I mean, Fine has the auto selected. It may just be a good call here, right? Slowing them down, but actually, is this a problem?
Oh, this is a problem.
Whoa, that's
this
a big
is
problem,
67% leak against 3 snails. Wow.
Yeah, maybe just some income. Slight mispositioning here from Sagittarius.
That's quite painful, though. Like, that's not a small leak against a handful of snails. So, sure, it gives you a longer wave, but as we discussed, they can't really full send here.
Yeah, and the income will feel pretty nice because King can just full push after this. Not sure what Widdowson's plan is here. Maybe just a Badger, maybe a second Archer.
He may be forced to sell, like, I think 1 Howler, 1 Buzz gives you the full Archer. Yeah, he's just going for the Badger.
It's pretty risky, right? If one guy has a Gatling gun, one guy has a Trinity, you're looking pretty vulnerable on some waves, but
yeah.
I think Widdowson would like to get to, like, after holding this, like, push and then get the Firelord as his next big unit.
Can both easily full push here now. I mean, they're already well above wave 8 value. But they have been kept down on 7 workers for quite a long time. So, like you were saying, Offmo, just applying the pressure in itself can sometimes do the job you need it to without actually having to leak your opponents.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it would be looking really clean if Sagittarius didn't take that leap, but it's still not bad outcome for them.
Hmm.
They kept them on like 7 workers, and they themselves were like 11, 12, so pretty good spot for them still.
Yeah, they still have a pretty chunky worker lead. So even after King Dans and Widdowson have full pushed like every penny that they earned on Wave 7,
Yeah,
Fine and Saggi still have a solid 2 worker lead over both of their opponents.
yeah, and a Mythian lead, where they
Yeah.
may be going for that wave 9 into the gun. Or maybe they're thinking bigger and they're looking at 11
Well, they
already.
can straight 11 now, right? Like, with this income
Yeah,
send here on 8, there just isn't very much pressure at all. But Fine continues pushing, so that kind of says to me he
yeah,
wants to go before
probably.
11.
He looks like he's taking a small tumble here.
Oh, yeah, 42% to a Dragon Turtle. Not ideal.
Yeah. He has got the green check mark going, so they really just want to. They're playing a lot of the save into income here, just trying to win through the macro game, not actually trying to kill the enemy king at all.
Hmm. Here's another round of income coming out from Fine and Sergi. So, I mean, they are at least keeping their opponents quite
Yeah.
low value. Um, Forcing out a lot of income sending from King and Widder, so they are kind of having free reign on the side of Fine and Saggi, which is nice. And I would expect after this send, now they're going to lean back into that AOA play
Whoa. King just deleted 5 peewees because he's so scared of. He needs to get the king claw for this send.
for this Cannoneer send.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's a pretty nice impact of the pressure here from
Yeah.
Sagittarius. Like King Dan's selling 4 or 5 peewees, that's 50 gold lost, right?
Yeah. And now it doesn't really feel like AoA is that scary for anybody in this game. I mean, the Legion spells all of a sudden don't look amazing, right? Maybe you could think about like a Robo Squad play if you're Witterson and King because you have the Phoenix. But yeah, I mean, it's not like people are going to get that much value out of Savior this game. Fine, also taking another league to income. I
Not
mean,
terrible though. Like
yeah,
they still have that worker lead, although it has closed the gap quite a bit.
yeah, I think the income lead is maybe the more interesting part because
Yeah.
Fine is quite high income, even if he's cartel, and Witterson is also cartel
Oh,
without. Yeah,
a full send here
okay,
from Abrasiat.
it's pretty
Okay,
cheeky.
that is cheeky.
Maybe trying to catch like an over push into 11 type of play, but
I mean, I think it's going to
yeah,
work. Sagittarius needs to be spending that 100 gold, I think.
I would assume that he does, right?
He,
He
he may
probably
just
would
be
get
shifting
LOD
for a Hades or
regardless.
something. Okay, no, he plays as another Tempest.
Okay.
Well,
But it
that's.
isn't on the Levi.
It isn't on the Levi.
So there's a lot of enemies plus 10 with some decent units.
First brute
And the
gets
brute is one
instantly
shot.
deleted there. The second one
Second
goes
brute on
down
its way.
pretty quickly, and now the
The
Levi is
Robo
just
is also
wailing away on
getting,
the boss. Robo gets splashed down by the
looks like a
Aquas.
small
Will be a
leak
leak though,
for both of
yeah.
them though.
Meanwhile, in Fine's
That's a pretty good
lane,
call.
that's a leak as well. 42% for Fine, 37 for Sagittarius. Crucially, though, they now have a ton of pressure lead. They
Yeah,
240 Mythium for both, AOA on the cards.
now AoA is looking a little scarier. It
There
looks
we
like that's
have.
what it's gonna be.
Yeah,
But I mean, King will get the LOD here.
he will, but he's going to have to deal with a siege ram. So I like what Sagittarius did there. He only sent a hermit pre-income and
Yeah,
saved the rest with the all-out assault to get that siege ram
it's a good
out.
call.
Very important against King Dan's board.
Not sure what King is getting up to here. He's got the least amount of units you might have ever seen on a Wave 11 board.
Yeah, and 364 is just okay. He's managed to find enough gold for
Yeah,
a King
and
Claw there with the savior.
Witterson is also going to savior into this Phoenix, I assume, and
Yep, there it
the
is.
Howler.
All right, let's see. The sends are pretty huge here, Offmo. We've got
It's an
440 for
ogre.
Widder, 440 for King. That Siege Ram absolutely deadly, it looks like, but it does go down here.
Yeah.
This Phoenix doing wonderful things for Widderson. Still
Yeah, the
alive,
ogre,
holy
not the
moly,
best
that Phoenix
sense.
is fantastic. Does go
King maybe
down now,
losing
but
half the
oh
wave.
boy, it did its job.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of absorbed that send pretty well. I think the
Yeah,
ogre is maybe a mistake. Like, he did show you already the Fire Lord, right? So, with Saber, you kind of have to know he can get to it.
yeah, something like the
But, I mean,
Four Eyes, I
king
guess, would have been
damage.
much better. But yeah, King and Widderson, they still take a bunch of King damage here, don't
Yeah,
get me wrong, but let's see. Jules is still in favour
yeah,
of Spot Machine. I was actually expecting that to go all the way in favour of Overseer, but I guess with the economic situation being what it
yeah.
is, like, even though the send wasn't amazing, Fine and Sagi are still just way ahead in terms of income.
Yeah, they're plus like 40 plus 50 income on their counterparts, which is quite a bit at this point in the game.
Yeah, yeah. They're basically both generating a whole worker worth of gold every single wave.
Yeah. And they have good builds, although it looks like maybe 14 is the wave to play for. I mean, everybody has the LOD or Phoenix in this game,
Hmm.
right? So it's probably the hot spot.
Yeah, looking at the builds, I think Widderson and King probably have better Wave 14 options, but nobody's looking amazing there. Actually,
Yeah, I mean,
Fine
the
still
other
has
thing,
that Badger in his role. Never
Mhm.
mind.
Yeah, I think I mean, the sad part about King's role is that he's not in a spot to egg this game, right? Which is probably the one way his role can really get going.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to settle for pushing to try and catch up instead, and maybe he can let Witterson hold this 14, right? Because Witterson's probably the best spot out of the two of them.
I think if he was going to egg, he needed to do it on 12 after that big
Yeah,
Wave 11 send. Um, but
I
he,
think
like, he was
hit,
solo
but
workers, right?
yeah,
He had to push.
yeah, it's a really bad, tough spot. Egg when you're behind just isn't that great of a unit.
Hmm.
So pretty low values here for King and Witter, which makes sense given that they push to try and keep up in workers, but they don't have as much income.
All
Gonna
right.
be that
Here comes that
14 cent.
14 send off. Will King and Widderson be able to survive?
They will send too, right? So that looks like income from them. I kind of like that, right?
Yeah, income, finish upgrading the King, I suppose. They
Yeah,
still have to be able to hold this send, though, and that's
that
not
is
going to be
crucial.
easy.
I mean, this is a pretty good core, and he's probably gonna get the iron skills out too. He could even go for like, I don't know, the iron skills probably just too much value on 14.
He needs the
Thinking
tank
like,
value, I
if you
think, right? Like,
yeah, if you expect Needler, like maybe you go for the pull spot, but it's probably just not even close in terms of
yeah,
tank value on 14.
does go for the iron scales there,
Yeah,
so pretty solid. King Dan's, I mean, King Dan's still on grey value, but some of that
yeah, I
value
mean,
includes Lord of Death and King Claws, which are not fantastic on 14.
yeah, I mean, the Ram took quite a while. I mean, he has two guns, which are gonna do a lot of damage now, but
Hmm?
he's also
Still going to be
missing
a
the
decent
tank
league.
value now.
Yeah, so King Dan's is going
But
down. Widderson's
Witterson,
done very well, actually, clearing
yeah,
everything in the wave. Only a Needler to make it through Widderson. King
yeah,
Dan's 56%, and they do have a fully upgraded King.
yeah. I mean, they are making the game go longer, which is, when you're behind, you always want the game to keep going because that's more chances to win,
Yeah,
more chances for mistakes. So,
it's still a lot of gold going in the favour of Fine and
yeah.
Sagi, though. Like all of this leak gold, all of the pillage gold on the King.
And I think King will still not be able to go for egg, unfortunately, given his spot.
Yeah. Well, they can't afford one more leak, right?
No.
They just can't. So if King Dan's eggs here and then they die 16, then obviously it's all over. How are they going to come back, though? Fine and Sagi are just so strong in the game right now.
Yeah.
I guess 17 could be an angle, but then Sagi has Mudman.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe.
they're just in a tough spot, Offmer, and this is the crucial like match point for them. Fine and Sergi, if they take it here, they're in the finals, and Widdowson and King are out.
Yeah.
This is
And are they? It looks like everyone is planning to go 17,
yeah.
which is maybe good for King and Witter.
They got some pretty solid answers for 17 actually. Widdowson still has that pole spot in his role, so if he just goes like full Skybot setup here, and he does, yep,
Yeah.
on the Leviathan as well.
I mean, if they can force like a 17-9, well, I say 17-19, but it's not like it's not like Fine and Satchers also don't have Tempest builds, but
Yeah,
King has got a nice little little organized build.
yeah, a line of King Claws there, ready to clap.
They're King's claws.
Nice, nice.
I mean, Saturday will have the highest Mythium for this send, which is maybe important given that King's got pretty much only good units besides his LOD.
Yeah.
Fine going for the Ogre Bogers into the pole spots. And we'll see what King and Witter can send. It looks like gonna be a Four Eyes trying to kill those big boys like the Phoenix and the White Mane.
They do have quite a
Double
bit less
Four Eye.
Mythium though. Sagittarius was able to push a
Yeah.
decent amount there.
I mean, Witterson does have the God build for this wave. He just doesn't have that much value.
King Dance has 6 King Claws off my 6.
I think the wave is just gonna stop attacking.
Yeah, right? What is that? It's 5% attack speed slow, so 30 when they all clap.
Yeah.
That's
And
that's a
Witterson
big
has-
damage reduction.
Witterson 2 Skyboss, 1 on the Tempest, and a couple small guys.
Yeah. I'm going to
So you
keep the
think he's
camera
trying to
on Widdowson and King for now, because of course they
Yeah.
can't afford to leak there.
I mean, the Phoenix looks to be taking. Wow, that's perfect.
Yeah, really, really nice Phoenix there from Wibberman.
Keep
Still
keeping
alive,
us-
actually.
Yeah. That's
And the
huge.
Skybots are clapping. Phoenix does go down now, but
Yeah.
it's done its job. King
Can the archers
downs.
finish it off?
King's claws have fallen. That's 57 for Widder, 87 for
close.
King. A lot of these dragons are low, but I think they still die
Yeah, I
here.
think they're dead, right? They did get the double leaks, but yeah, just
Saji and Fine may well be dead as well, but they held on for long enough, so the
Yeah.
race should only go
oh, it's
their way.
close.
Man, there you have it, Offmer. Spont Machine 2-0 against Abrasier, and here was me, like, padding them up before the game, saying that Abrasier were unstoppable. Spont Machine, I apologise, I wasn't familiar with your game. That's yeah, they
Yeah.
really stuck it to King and Widdowson here in this series. And game 2 in particular, I think, was very favourable for Fine and Sergi, like pretty much the whole way
Yeah.
through. Yeah.
I mean, they may have been Officer might have been the unstoppable, but they met the immovable object, unfortunately.
Yeah, seems that way. Oh, and by the way, Offmer, I do have news from the other half of the bracket. Drakir and Lucy have won their side 2-0 as well against the Dams and Atrocity. So, despite Drakir, he's hardly been playing this season, it seems like, but clearly still on tip-top form over there as well as they steamroll their way to the grand final. So we have both our semi-finalist victors winning their side of the bracket 2-0, so pretty commanding performances on both sides, and that means we have once again a clash of the titans. Offmer, Spont Machine versus Barnish Kieran will be our grand final. Fine and Sergi up against Drakir and Lucy. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I mean, the only loss Fine and Sadie had was to them in the groups. They lost 2-0. I don't know how the games went, like if it was close or because there's different kind of 2-0s that can happen in Legion, obviously. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think you can say that Fine and Sadie have had trouble against Drakir and Lucy in the past. Like I think they lost like 2 or 3 finals to them last year. So, but it's a little different once you've won a Nova Cup, right? It's just kind of that pressure that's like you don't have to keep thinking like, oh my God, I'm never gonna win one, am I?
Yeah, right,
So
exactly.
hopefully we can see a strong showing from them.
They're coming straight off the back of a victory, so yeah, I'm
Yeah,
feeling good. And look, the way Finance as you played the series here was beautiful to watch.
yeah,
Like, I was talking about how good Abrazier were playing right now, and Finance as you kind of handled them with ease
yeah.
almost. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty solid about those guys as well. So okay, guys, we're going to come back with those grand finals in about 5-10 minutes time, so don't go anywhere. It promises to be an absolute banger of a show, and we will see you back here in a few minutes time. Until then. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We are hot off the heels of that very rapid fire 2-0 semi-finals on both sides, and now Ofma for the main event. The grand final is here. It will be Spont Machine, who we've just seen knocking out Abrasiat, squaring off against Barnish Kieran, so Drakir and FC Lucy over there. What do you make of these two teams?
Yeah, I mean, I think we saw just how good Fine and Sagittarius can play, but I think they've had some trouble against Drac and Lucy before. Obviously, even in this tournament, they lost 2-0 in the group stage, but hopefully they can figure out what went wrong. But so far, it seems to have been like a stylistic problem. They just can't seem to figure out Drac and Lucy, but they've had a lot of close games, so who knows? Maybe the cookie will crumble the other way this time.
Yeah, I mean, they were obviously victorious last month, but of course, Barnish Kiran were not playing together last month, so you don't want to kind of curse it and say that they still haven't been able to win against Drakia and Lucy, because they still had some pretty stiff competition last month, that's for sure.
Sure.
But this might be the end game boss, right? Drakia and
Yeah.
Lucy, hot off the heels of what was it, like 6, 7 Nova Cup wins last year, something crazy like that. These guys are just unstoppable, it seems.
I
So
yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be an exciting match. We definitely saw Spont Machine playing very well in their semi-finals. Obviously, we don't know exactly what happened on Barnish Kieran's side of the semis either, but
Yeah.
one thing's for certain: this is going to be an exciting match.
Yeah, for sure. And I think you mentioned that like Drac hasn't been playing as much, but I think Lucy's been playing enough for the both of them.
True.
Obviously, I think like playing so much that her rank could really fluctuate anywhere between. I mean, she's a green badger right now, but she was rank one like a day ago, right? So
That's Lucy for you, right? Like she just plays so many
yeah,
games that she can fluctuate like 300 elo in a day
yeah,
easily. It's kind of crazy, honestly. But again, when she's on form, she is absolutely one of the strongest players in the entire Legion
yeah,
community. So let's see. Drakia certainly seems to bring out the best of her as well when they play together in these Nova Cups.
yeah,
Some great synergy between the two players. Yeah, let's see. We don't need to say any more about Drakir and Lucy. I think these guys they just play so well together, as proven by multiple Nova Cup victories together. Now the question is, can Fine and Sagittarius step up to the mark? It's not going to be easy for them, but I definitely think they're capable.
yeah. I think so for sure. I think it'll come down a lot to like I mean, in the games against Witter and King, they felt like their whole plan was we need to be winning the early game um, economy, and if they can keep up that kind of pressure, like they were just making really smart choices, right?
Mm.
Like really aggressive openers, but not getting caught off guard by income sense, and making big saves while pushing, but then making the right call to go income when they see their opponents are low workers. And just coming out of on top after wave 11, they were just up 50 income straight up,
Yeah,
right?
right. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy in a Nova Cup match, right? So, you'll see like maybe one player can get ahead quite often. If you ever watch Ashton play, like he's probably going to be the highest income on 11, but usually at the cost of his teammate being a little bit behind the others. So
Yeah,
that
for
early
both
game's gonna
players
be
on the
everything.
team to be that far ahead on wave 10, it usually means something's gone quite badly wrong on the other team,
Yeah,
which wasn't necessarily the case there. I don't think Wooderson and King played
yeah,
poorly at all. It's just that Fine and Saji were on something. They
yeah,
were they were flying.
yeah, for sure.
All right, looks like Sagittarius needs a couple of minutes here before we can get into the
Yeah,
grand finals. Maybe some last minute nerves before stepping onto the main stage, but
he's
we should
getting
be able to
those
get the finals going.
anti-dev hacks ready.
Yeah, yeah. You need something. You need something to stop Drakir with his dirty little cheats, his dev toolbox there behind the scenes, just tweaking the rolls in his favor. Cheeky, changing the aggro behind the scenes. Yeah, he knows what's up.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what will be the masterminds. I mean, Fine and Sagittarius seem to clearly have a plan of well, actually the first game, they did go with the aristocrat, right? Playing for a little more scaling, but I think they really both like those early game heavy masterminds. So I wonder what's left for them after the first set of masterminds. Because we saw the
Hmm.
aristocrat and the cartel for Fine, so maybe he's got, I don't know, a champion behind that.
Yeah. Remember that the game two masterminds were all about playing around AoA as well, so I don't know
That's
they'll go
true. That's true.
cartel without that kind of spell setup. But guys, the time for speculation is over because now the grand final begins. Game one, Spont Machine versus Barnish Kieran. Let's go!
Wait, so that he is just picking cash out.
This time, wait, is Cash Out? Wait, no, Cash Out's
Yeah, yeah,
21 gold. Okay.
you got me. You tricked me.
I thought he was Megamind, but Cash Out just is 21 gold. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm old, I'm rusty. Leave me alone.
you're forgiven. Now that's what Megamind looks like. And actually,
That's yeah,
DraftKings cash
Megamind
out
even has
too.
a picture, so like
Yeah,
it's not even forgivable if you have forgotten the gold. It literally has a picture to tell
it
you it's
literally tells
Megamind.
you. Well, happens to the best of us. So
Yeah,
Grawl Egg actually off this cash out. That's pretty. I mean, Grawl Egg is solid. Like it's kind of annoying to play against, honestly.
I don't know that
Like
egg is the best use of cash out though. Really, I mean
yeah,
maybe it
yeah.
gives you an extra worker while you're
Well,
doing the egg.
yeah. I think you'd be three workers maybe,
Yeah,
or I mean, depends on how badly you want your egg to be alive, I suppose.
sure.
But we have Pip and God. I mean, Pip is gonna love receiving from egg, that's for sure. And yeah, it is three workers from Sagittarius. Some quick maths
Yep. And both of
and
them receiving
double
snails
snail.
as well, but they're going to be
Delicious.
completely fine, of course. So plus 2 gold there, added to the 21 gold we now know from cash out.
Yeah, they'll take that. It's delicious.
Fairly slow wave with the lower workers there. Both Drakia and Lucy, of course, already on 5. So
Yeah,
Drakia doing more what I expect to see from a cash out roll. Like, he's got the
yeah.
190 gold opener and the 5 workers.
But a three worker egg is not nothing to scoff at. Like
Yeah.
the difference between two and three works actually quite a lot. And depending on what happens here, he may even be able to go to four, right?
hmm
So
I've just
we shall
been running the
see.
numbers over here, Offmer, and I can confirm the difference between 2 and 3 is 50%.
Yeah, that checks out, and he's getting the snail here, so they will see its long wave. I expect Lucy will go to seven workers or so, but I wonder what Sagittarius will do. He could go four workers, right? And try and hold with a cat,
Even just with
or
a
he
couple of
can stay
masks,
safe.
right? But
Yeah,
Drakia, I
he
think
has six
Drakia
workers.
should be able to robo post income if he
Yeah,
wants to.
well,
Sagi's staying 3 workers, so I think we've
yeah,
answered the
so
question. He wants that egg.
yeah, that's a respectable. And yeah, Sea Dragon is a good way to get the egg.
Kind of guarantees it, right? Drakia is going
Yeah,
for that post income robo as well, so Sagittarius will be rewarded here for
yeah,
his non greedy play.
delicious. And does Sagittarius ever get to this second snail?
No.
No.
Okay, 3 workers is just too slow.
Yeah,
But yeah, the Sea Dragon's perfect. That should keep the egg alive nicely,
yeah.
even against the Robo send here from Drakia. I think. Unless. If this
Wait.
egg breaks, this is really bad. Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh my. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, I didn't think you had to actually position with the Sea Dragon. Like, I
Yeah.
know there is obviously positioning where you can have it tank, but I thought it's just like too OP with the heck.
I thought, like, yeah, the Sea Dragon plus the egg is just too much value, but
Well,
apparently not.
that is not good.
That's very bad. So Sagittarius stayed low workers and lost his egg here. Drakia is hyper rewarded for that post income
Yeah.
robo.
And wow, Fine is playing fast and aggressive here. Although, is his... just when I press tab, I can't see his third howler, so I was like, how is he gonna... But he may even be in trouble with 3 howlers here.
Yeah. It's all about how he uses that passive, right?
Yeah. The sign of
Oh.
a... Well, how many can he get? Not enough.
58%. That's not great, honestly. Like, this is a pretty strong start to the finals here
Yeah.
from Drakir and Lucy.
And the big problem with one stack egg really is that it's not unguardable on like 5 and 6 technically, but obviously Drac not going for it, but you can really actually threaten them with imps early if they don't have the full Hydra.
There
Sagittarius
is,
going for a cheeky brute here.
yeah, big send here coming
Doesn't
into
look like
Lucy.
it's gonna work.
I think the plan here is to try and catch Lucy greeding, which is
Yeah.
a pretty normal play when you have Pipsqueak. But Lucy
Yeah.
is not playing greedy right now. She is
She greedent.
she greedent. She is
And
well
actually a
prepared for
flower.
this full send.
Both of them pulling out the flower here, really wanting to make sure that wave 5 doesn't happen. Serpent is having a little unfortunate day at the office, but hopefully should just do completely fine with the flower and the pip here for some damage.
Well, still
like a
leaking,
small
actually.
leak.
That is surprising to me. Like,
Yeah.
with those units on value, Lucy
Wow.
leaks, and Drakir as well. Okay.
That's a little unfortunate.
Well, that's signs of life for Spont Machine, because the game was off to a pretty rough start otherwise.
Yeah, I mean that definitely helps because they even get like a good amount of gold off the king damage.
That's first blood, yeah. Barnish Kieran, 14% hit points lost on the king there. There
Yeah,
is a counterattack coming now from Lucy with the Hermit into Fine, looking pretty deadly.
Yeah,
And Fine, is he in his reroll right now? Because he doesn't have anything
yeah,
great
maybe.
to show for it currently.
So far it's gonna be some dogs.
He's found a Neko, it looks like, but that's not going to help him here on 6.
He's got to build. Okay.
Fine is in trouble. Like, if the best thing that you can
Yeah.
add on wave 6 is a Tempest and an Aqua, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, Brute as well with the Hermit is just rough.
Brutal.
Especially if he doesn't manage to get that focus fire with all his AoE units, and it's
Well,
a bit of an accident.
68%, and, well, the Sea Dragon goes down here from Sagi, but he will, of course, be holding with the Hydra.
Yeah. But still some king damage.
Yeah, return king damage. This might even up the king HPs between Barnish Kieran and Spont.
Long waves, maybe you can look or like a wave 8 try against Drac perhaps. Or maybe Sagittarius needs to be worried about a wave 8 himself with that egg. But he will have the mask if he wants to get it.
Yep. That's very nice, right? Because he's looking pretty vulnerable on 8, so a couple of... He actually goes for 2 False Maidens here.
Yeah. Not enough gold for the actual Hellraiser, which would have been, perfect for stopping wave 8, but should be good enough. Can get the Halo or maybe the Avenger next. Like hedge a little bit towards 9 as well with the mask showing now.
Yeah. Slightly better on 9 as well, if you have 2 false instead of 1 Hellraiser.
Lucy looked like she was anticipating a send here, queuing up all her workers, but none to be found. Going for another mole send here.
Double mole.
Send.
Alright, boo-da-doo, mother truckers.
And what will Sagittarius go with? He's got 170. He could go for a mole of his own. No? Looks like he's going to be going for a Drake of his own.
Okay, just the income drip.
But pretty good, right? Lucy is quite undervalued in getting income sent here, so
that's a Mimic.
That does not look like what gets sent when you click auto green, actually.
Yeah. Okay, I guess it was like Mimic if I get it and Auto if I don't.
Yeah. It looks like it'll work, though.
The Mimic's gonna snack. The Coiler will be slurping up the wave, though, in the back line.
Yeah. And she boosted the Peewee here, so it might even drag the Mimic pretty far. And the pip is actually taking really nicely with the coilers to help it
Yeah,
stay alive.
perfect. Really perfect. The
And
Mimic doesn't
wow,
even have any gold against all of those
oh
Peewees in
my
the
god.
split. That's crazy. Alright,
Imagine if they
now
had,
it tanks.
yeah. Ah,
Fine
it's
and
so close,
Saji
but I
both
mean,
leak
yeah,
big meanwhile, yeah.
Boogadoo.
Holy, I was so locked in on watching that Mimic feast,
Yeah,
but Fine and Saji, they are in trouble right now over here. Spont Machine dropping King HP.
yeah. Meanwhile, Drag playing quite undervalue and holding here, so getting away with a little bit of murder here. And he's gonna go plus 60 here, plus 100 here, anticipating a resend, which
The
isn't
resend
coming,
isn't
but
coming, but
makes sense when you
yeah.
have gun, gun, Green Devil, and your best ad here is Berserker.
He doesn't need to play greedy right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's already in a very strong spot economically. He's up there. He's on fire, so preventing the shutdown
Yeah.
is not a bad idea either.
Are you saying that you can actually see when you're on shutdown and play differently because of it?
No, no, no. You can only complain about the shutdown afterwards.
Yeah. That's strange. It's a new strategy, right?
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it
Yeah.
plays out.
And Lucy with another mole. She seems to be sensing a small weakness in Fine's build here. Obviously, Fine will be on decent value here for wave 10. He's plus this wave, but
Yeah. But it's another one where, like, the Tempests are technically good on 10, technically very
yeah,
good on 10. But when you've got the Mole and the Brute there just tanking those machine gun shots,
yeah,
they're all of a sudden not that great.
yeah. And Drag going for a catapult here, not going for some tank value, just trying to get some damage in. I mean, he may just kill the boss as it looks right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, big sends all
Yeah,
around. Unfortunately, we can't fit all four lanes on camera
yeah.
because this is going to be spicy all
Oh,
around, I think.
one of the
Oh,
guns
one of the
suffered
guns
an
goes
early
down
death,
very
but
quickly there from Drakir.
I mean,
Lucy, how is she doing? Berserker pretty good there with the Coilers as
yeah,
well. Berserker goes down now. Coiler to follow
looks like a
will be a
leak.
leak for Lucy, will be a leak for Drakir.
Looks like a leak for everyone,
Likewise for
but
Fine and
or
Saji, but they only have 40% on the King. Oh, Sagittarius actually
what a
very
beast.
clutch hold. I think keeping the team
Yeah,
alive, honestly.
yeah, I think so.
Decent king damage, meanwhile, onto the side of Barnish Kieran, so they're dropping to around 50%, evening the score somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, it gives them a chance, right? They're definitely one-shottable now.
Yep.
And ooh,
Another
a
full
cheeky
resend
reset, but
here from
they
Drakir
didn't
and
push.
Lucy.
And I think it's gonna be a full Phoenix here, like with Pawn Shop easily. Yeah. And
Yep.
this is a great read by them.
Deciding not to greed, Sagittarius upgrading the Arc of Justice as well. So this, I mean, I like the play here from Drakir and Lucy, just trying to close out the game here on 11, but Fine and Sagittarius reading them like a book, it seems.
Yeah. I mean, this should be an easy hold, and then you have really good options to win the game after that. Like a 14 send after this.
Yeah. Well, they're
I
going for
actually
a
think,
full round of incoming king, actually, so Fine and Sagittarius
yeah.
won't have, like, a pressure lead.
Hmm.
And they are quite behind in terms of workers, but they'll be able to push now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That Phoenix is beautiful there
Yeah,
for
it's a,
Fine.
and the Arc is getting some good split tanking done as well.
Yep. Phoenix does go down eventually, but it certainly has done its job there. That's an easy hold for Fine, an easy hold for
Yeah.
Sagittarius. Drakir and Lucy, their attempts to close out the game was unfortunately unsuccessful.
Yeah, and I do think that it does put them a bit behind. I mean, there are trade-offs now, right? They have a little more workers, but they do not have as much value.
Yeah, they certainly don't have the value. They also, they managed to sneak in quite a few king upgrades there for Spont, so they're
Yeah,
going to be regenerating HP, which puts them in the advantageous position if it comes down to a race. And an egg sack as well from Saji. I mean, I can see it because they're so strong on
yeah.
13.
It's kind of unguardable. Lucy will have the Doomsday for 14 though, where she's not looking the best right now, so
Yeah.
that will be huge.
I could see 15 though as an option because
Yeah,
Saji's
with
going to
the
be
egg.
just on insane value for 14. They won't feel
Yeah.
forced to send there.
Yeah, you can go double tantrum, have the egg hatch.
Oh, Lucy leaking to
Wow.
no send.
Yeah, counterattack value.
Okay. And a long wave while Saji stayed on very low workers.
Yeah. Look at Drek
Oh,
pushing,
they
by the
actually
way.
go for the send here. They want to break this egg. Okay.
It's kind of crazy, but it looks like it could work.
All right. I mean, it certainly can work.
Well, I mean, this is a tough cookie, but
It is, but this is
maybe, yeah.
275 like dead value here on the board. Sells it.
Yeah.
Pawn
Wow.
shop. Okay.
Got
The
him.
master beta here, Sagittarius.
Yeah. Look at Fine going with the Rogue Wave in the split here.
Yeah.
Looking pretty solid and no double 4-eye here, so
Rogue Wave does disgusting
yeah.
things on wave 13. The Phoenix tanking pretty well over there.
Yeah.
The left side is already done before the right brings itself over with the Rogue Wave
4 on the
debuff.
Phoenix now, but
Phoenix
look at
will go down
Sagittarius. I
now.
think it's just a full hold for Sagittarius. Snipe the 4-eye even with the heart.
Yeah.
So selling the egg seems to have done the trick.
Yep. Fine baby
Some more
leaks as
counterattack
well.
value.
And now they have a ton of Mythium stored.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucy and Drakir both leaking to no send, meanwhile. Like, it's only one creep. But, yeah, here comes the send from Fine and Saji.
Yeah, that was a pretty crazy call. I think it was maybe they didn't really feel like they could win playing normally against the egg, which I
Yeah.
think makes sense. But honestly, if it wasn't actually a Sui play and it just had been a pro league for counterattack value, and then he pawn shot the egg, it would have been pretty good actually.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if they went 14 together, but I mean that would have been one more layer deep, which would be crazy to do. And this was already a very crazy play, right? Just a really good response from Sagittarius and Fine.
Mm-hmm. Alright, big sends here. Drakir has absolutely no hope of holding with his minus 700 value on 14. His Azaria getting overwhelmed. The gun soon to follow. That's a big leak there for Drakir. Lucy is doing better, but 96 for her partner.
Yeah.
58 there for Lucy, and no amount of King is going to save them here. 37%, not even close. They are dead.
Yeah.
Spont Machine, they're one up in the finals.
Yeah, really well played. I mean, they were behind in the early game, but after they get that 10 damage in, Sagittarius holds, and then the resend, they also hold. Like, that was everything.
Yeah, that was really nice play there from Spont. So baiting the send there onto the strong wave with the egg, selling it with the pawn shop, and all of a sudden Drakir and Lucy are just absolutely done for. So very, very good kind of bait and switch play there coming out from Sagittarius, and yeah, ultimately gave them the win here in game number 1. I mean, Drakir and Lucy, it seems they're being pushed onto the back foot already here in the same way that Abraceat were in the semi-finals. So Fine and Sagittarius, all of a sudden, they're looking very, very strong in terms of taking this Nova Cup championship from Drakir and Lucy. I don't know, it seemed like they were in command of this game pretty much. I mean, there was a bit of back and forth throughout the mid, but like the way that they baited that send, they just fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, I mean, I think 11 was maybe just a mistake. Like, they kind of went for a pretty all-in play when perhaps they didn't have to. I don't know exactly what they were thinking about, like, the need to do it. I mean, they were probably a bit ahead at that point. Obviously, the Wave 10 helped Fine and Sagittarius bring the game closer, but I feel like if they played normal, they do have pretty good chances still, right?
They may just have been thinking that their roles are not great in the late. Like, if I'm looking at what Drakir and Lucy have
Mhm.
now here in the post game. They've got, I mean, they have good units like Doomsday for Lucy and Catapult for Drakir, but they're zero synergy for either of them. Like, not a single aura, not a single buff unit, none of that. So they're maybe just thinking, if this game goes too late, our opponents are going to be impossible to break, and our roles do not
Yeah.
scale. So let's try something, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, we were probably going to get outscaled anyway.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well, that is a 1-0 lead in favour of Spont Machine. So let's see what Barnish Kieran have up their sleeves in order to bring this one back.
Yeah. Cash out looking really good for, I mean, both Sagittarius and Drakir that game.
Yeah, Cash Out and Aristocrat, certainly a good pairing there for Fine and Sagi. They've won both times they've played it so far on day 2.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, let's see what they pick now. Players not messing around, straight into game number 2. Let's go.
Black Market, Polv, and Giant Snail. See, everyone's taking a moment to think it through.
Champion for Lucy.
Champ
Cartel for
Cartel.
Drakir. Okay, there's
Wow.
Champion for Fine as well.
Super aggressive. Everyone is on the same page.
Champion, of course, a very good target for Pulverizer if it gets to that point.
Mhm. But not really the best targets here, right? Like, the only early game unit that scales well is the Angler, which is a little tricky with Champion, right? Because you're not quite getting that value that you normally get.
Well, Fine has Priestess, which is like
Well,
maybe the
yeah.
best champion target in the game.
Yeah, I think Lucy maybe has the tougher question of what does she
Yeah,
want to champion.
Lucy definitely doesn't have anything obvious. She has already rerolled though, so she is searching
Yeah.
for something better to take the champion buff.
Unless we see big champion Green Devil.
Wow,
Yeah, maybe not.
incroyable. I mean, very good late game potential. So like a
Yeah,
champion Doomsday APS is going to be very hard to break.
there
But
we
actually, she drops the Doomsday in favor of Nightmare.
go. Well, job's done.
Okay.
And if you ever need to know how to play Nightmare effectively, there's a great video released by Atrocity on how to do it. So
True, yeah. Atrocity unfortunately
#ad.
didn't make it to the grand finals, which is kind of surprising because that guy's been playing like a beast lately.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the problem is like it's just those semis matchups are like it's not enough to be a beast. You have to
Yeah.
somehow beat other beasts as well.
Cannibalism, if you will.
Yeah.
All right, Fine hunting his pack
Mhm.
rat here. A very
Not bad.
nice combo with the Priestess, by the way. Like, Priestess, if you're not playing like a crazy high income or a cash out, can only stay 4 workers on 2. But
Yeah.
you have pretty much perfect gold for a pack rat.
And Lucy shows the champion on wave 2. I mean, didn't have to, but Fine actually hiding his still. 6 workers for everyone, besides Fine, of course, with that pack rat.
What do you think about Lucy's role overall, though? Like, she has that Champion Nightmare, which is great, but there's no Butcher, and more to the point, there's no top end whatsoever. So if this game goes late, Lucy once again is going to be falling off. And we saw how that played out for them last game.
She's got to pivot into some sort of like big Garg build, basically, with the APS Doppel with Pulv and Champ is gonna be a big carry for a while, but the late game has got to be coming from the Chieftains.
Yeah, Chieftains and a Green Devil.
Yeah. So full send into Lucy here makes sense. Saw that 6 workers is probably coming with the champion. Full send into Sagittarius as well. I think Fine is probably the only one who won't get full send. Well, I guess Drag 2. Drag's actually getting saved on by Fine here.
What a tryhard, man.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what his plan is. Maybe just to income and deny Drag some push, but so full sends do get small leaks.
Yeah, very small leaks though. And Lucy, 21% against a 60 send. I think she's perfectly fine with that.
And it is just the income from Fine here. Was trying to get that double DT maybe as a threat, but not going to be the case. Look at that, the Howler passive maximized.
Wow.
And Fine actually has the Serpent Azeria build going on.
El Clasico. Yeah, you love to see it.
It's actually not too bad in the early game, right? Because the Serpent does actually help out the
Yeah.
Azeria quite well, but
It
not
can just get a
really
little
that
bit
great.
weird in the later game, yeah.
Yeah. And like your coiler will get focused like this.
Hmm.
Just a little awkward, but
Yeah.
good enough in the early game.
It can be nice
And
if you have like a range tier 1 to kite the split, but of course Fine
yeah.
does not. And Drakir receiving the 100 send, easily holding. It is only income king.
Yeah. The double king up is a nice thing that pack rat gives you, right? Like normally, let's say you have the extra worker, like you're sending that 20 of gold rather than a king up. So
Mhm. Yep.
small things. But Drac onto 9 workers now with that cartel. Gonna be the highest workers for a bit.
Yeah, Sagittarius
of
is on the
income.
Saboteur, so he's got that
Yeah.
scaling potential as well.
And actually a full send into Sagittarius here. But he did go with the gate guard here. Should do fine.
Yeah, I think he's going to be completely okay. The gun perfectly tanking the Scorpion King, kills it. The gate guard should get off a second summon
Yeah.
here. Does, yeah, that's an easy hold.
And we'll see if anyone is gonna start saving, or are we gonna see pretty peaceful gameplay. Could be thinking about a wave 7 if you're Lucy, like a long wave 6 into a Mimic could be nice. Or just a little Snail.
Yeah. Well, everyone's saving their Mythium, really. Like,
Yeah.
Lucy just needed the Snail to be able to add the Bone Warrior here for the split.
I wonder, does Drac try and shift here for the Doomsday?
Mhm.
Like his 7 is not looking great without it, basically, but it's also a huge risk.
Yeah, but he can't
Yeah.
shift that much. Like, his
Yeah.
build, Pipsqueak is broken, but not 380
Not that
value
broken.
on 6 broken.
So it will maybe be that 7 send into the Pip here.
Hmm.
Fine, gets out the deep boiler here. Pretty nice, taking advantage of the pack rat, right? 7 workers, but
Yeah.
lets him get out the deep boiler, but has the pack rat still for that Mythium.
So just
just gonna be
income is
income.
coming out from Barnish Kieran, and the same from Fine and Seji.
Yeah.
Okay, handshake gaming all around. Let's go.
Yeah, it's a little bit of handshake gaming, but it's it's expected and unexpected. Like you can say that it's expected when everyone's playing pretty greedy openers that need the gold
Yeah.
to push. But also like when people do play aggressive openers, the other side of the coin is that you're afforded more gold so that you can save longer, right?
Yeah, yeah. It can often just come down to who kind of flicks the save switch first. So in this situation, if one side had just managed to stockpile their bricks another wave, they could have been pretty threatening on wave 8 or 9.
Yeah. I mean the main difference is basically that Sagittarius can't do king-ups so
Yeah,
far
true.
in this game, right?
Yeah, that is true.
He just has to feed a little more gold, but in exchange he gets a little more pressure, right? He's not sending full every wave, so
Yeah.
Lucy can't push quite as hard.
The classic Saboteur drip, just
Yeah.
income send and save the rest.
And Lucy goes for an extra DT so that she can get out the Pilgrim here.
Lucy is very far of her counterpart here in terms of income, so Fine kind of falling further behind. Although, actually, no, that's just not true, right? Like, if Fine sends...
Yeah, it's like 30 Mythium apart from
Yeah.
them so far between the two, which is, it's something, but nothing crazy. I think more interesting would be to check Sagittarius and Drac because, I mean, pretty much the only lead that Drac has is from the cartel to begin with. So,
Yeah, and he's about to lose, what is it, 40
yeah.
income or so on wave 11?
yeah, so far the Saboteur doing a good job of keeping up.
Mhm.
And Lucy actually went for a shift here. It's like,
Okay. Yeah,
pretty
that's a
ballsy,
very
but might
ballsy
get
wave 8
rewarded.
there from Lucy. 700 value.
Yeah, might get rewarded though with the Doppel.
Doppel
and
on
just more
9.
income.
Hmm.
Ooh, actually, that's not income. Well,
That's
that's
not
not
income at
income
all.
either.
That's some better brutes. It is income from Sagi though, so was
Yeah.
expecting the shift here out of Lucy.
Minus 160, two Devilfish and a Casket. This might be a great read from Drag here, actually.
Yeah,
With the pack leader kind of gonna overrun this board, right? There's no units. There's no tanky units.
there's nothing. Yeah, Sagittarius is looking kind of dead. I guess a lot of it comes down to how well this Fire Lord is going
Yeah.
to tank.
But the pack is great, right, against the Firelord. Like
Yeah,
Firelord
yeah,
is
yeah.
more thresholdy type of tank unit.
Yeah.
So any extra damage can really kill it quickly.
Well, let's see. It looks like the tanking is very nice there on the left
Yeah.
side with the Fire
Great
Lord.
positioning
It's
though.
kind of perfect aggro, honestly, for Sagi.
But
The Gate
didn't
Guard
quite
goes
get the
down
second
without a
summon.
second summon. This will be a
Yeah.
decent leak here.
Meanwhile,
54 for
Drac against
Sagi.
the Double Brute is doing pretty well with the tree, and Lucy
Eh,
will cover.
very similar leaks, honestly. So
Yeah.
48 on Drakir, 56 on
I think
Sagittarius.
total HP wise, Drac probably did a bit better, but
Yeah. Well,
so maybe
Lucy
they get a
couldn't
little
actually
more
clear
damage.
anything over there, so.
Yeah, the pack will be a little more king damage, but
Yep.
good calls for both sides, right?
Oh,
And
full
wow,
resend all
all of a
around, by
sudden,
the way.
all of
Oh,
a sudden we're getting very hungry,
yeah.
and I mean, a champ doppel. I mean, I guess the tanks aren't great, but still so much value, right? Drac,
Hmm.
all he can do is use the Howler passive, and Sagittarius will have the big gun, and Drax seems to have figured that out because he just won income.
Sagittarius had to sell a lot for it, though. I think he sold like
Yeah,
4 or 5
yeah, a lot of
polywogs.
polys. Yeah,
And he can't afford to raise the split either, so we'll have to see. I think his gun should be safe. Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta say, but the Firelord is actually full DPS, which is not ideal. I mean, it's
Hmm.
not like he had great melee units, but I mean, trying to get another summon would have been good.
Meanwhile, in Fine's Lane, the Slime Mother does reach full mana, so popping off there. Lucy... Ah,
That's
the
a
champion
snack.
Doppel is snacking. Drakir, though, he's leaking
I mean,
around a 40% HP boss.
but Fine did great, honestly. I
Fine
mean,
did
he
great.
had to build 4 pack rats, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
Hmm.
Like when you
Well, you
have
can hunt them now,
playing
right?
around Azura.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could no push hunt, get Azuria here with Pulv and Champ, and spot is looking pretty good.
Yep.
That's exactly what he does.
Oh, Giant Snail resend here from Fine and
Ooh,
Sagi. Okay.
it's pretty brave against the units we're seeing. I'm not gonna lie, but it could
Yeah, but
work.
like a doppelganger without lifesteal is a completely different beast to your classic Nightmare Butcher Circle,
Yeah.
right? Like, if the snails can just keep it off the wave for a while, it will just die as soon as it gets focused. Like, there's no lifesteal, there's no sustain.
Yeah, I wonder how it will do, how this Drax board will do. I mean, Dark Mage is pretty juicy on that Doppel as well. They're getting a lot of king ups. Looks like this Lumerian will be alive.
Alive
close.
Marion, yeah, just pretty nice aggro actually from
Yeah,
Drakir.
I mean, really nice positioning, and his Boom Tree's gonna get so much
Yeah.
value now.
Now let's
And I
see
think
for
this Doppel will
Lucy.
completely one-shot the wave, but
Yeah,
it will be a small leak.
it did its job.
Actually, oh, got both of them.
Oh, and Drakir actually managed to leak
I
as well.
mean,
25% there, 42 for Lucy, 25 gold shutdown as well.
it's not too bad, but they do still have, now they both don't have Pulverizer.
Yeah, true.
And I
And
mean,
Drakir
the
and
good thing
Lucy
about
do.
Giant Snail is they don't cost you income. At least they're not, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Offmer. Lucy's role has peaked, essentially. Like, it's not going to get any better, I don't think. Like, you were kind of saying
Yeah,
that she needs to pivot into hyper Green Devil chieftain role, but with
yeah.
so
It's
much
gonna take some
value
gold.
already committed to these melee units, that's not looking so appealing anymore.
Yeah, Drac did pick up something pretty nice with the APS Doomsday now. So that is going to scale his build pretty well.
Ah, for
And
sure. Yeah.
this 14 send makes a lot of sense for them. I assume that's what they're aiming for, but actually everyone's quite low value here already on 13. But maybe just with the pull, they feel fairly safe.
Pulverizer is so good on 13, right? So I think Drakir and Lucy should be absolutely
Yeah.
fine to skip.
And you really want 14 into the Azeria, into the Phoenix, and you have a Doppel, so you really want the game to be at 14. And
Yep.
if you have APS Doomsday on top of that,
Oh, they are
but
going
yeah,
13 though,
yeah,
Offmer.
I like
Okay.
it. I mean, it makes sense with their builds. Like, I think undercutting is the logical decision, and it
Mhm.
looks like they might be catching themselves a win here.
Yeah, Drakir and Lucy did not sniff this one coming. Their values are
Like,
pretty darn low.
unless Pulverizer is completely broken, which, maybe, but still,
Hmm. Yeah,
they do have full
Drakir.
king, but
They
it's more about
do.
the gold from leaks, right?
Hmm. Well, let's see how broken
Let's have a look,
Pulverizer
yeah.
really is. The sends are not small, and it is a set of giant snails
And
into both lanes as well.
Millennium got one shot.
Yeah, Millennium down very
I mean, he
quickly.
wasn't really thinking
Lumerian.
about this wave.
Lumerian is stunning.
The Doppel is kind of
Okay.
cooking, but the 4 is on it now. I mean, it's going to be 4 eyes
Yeah,
plus
and,
1
and
or 2
Drakir leaks
creeps, actually.
everything.
Every
Meanwhile,
creep, yeah.
90% for
I
Drakir,
mean,
50% for Lucy.
do
Do they
they,
even survive this Offmo? It's going to be close.
yeah, I mean, it's pretty bold skip with how far they pushed, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they, they look kind of dead, or...
Yeah, there's still 4 creeps there. I thought there was only 3. Oh, it's so close. They
Wow.
live. They live. There was
But,
less than 20 hit points on the king there, Offma.
yeah,
I think
that,
the golems hit for 100, so it was it was one hit
yeah.
from death.
The problem, obviously, now is that they're
Well, they gave
way
up
too much gold.
so
Yeah,
much gold, right? Like, let's see if we can see over here. Gold gain from leaks, 530 for Fine, 400
yeah.
for Saji.
And they're
Like
both
these
on value now.
these late game leaks are so punishing, and yeah, they're both on value. Ah, this is rough.
Fine actually swapped off the Doomsday to build a Red Eyes instead, but looks to be pretty good. Like this Red Eyes is tanking the Centaur
Yeah.
forever.
What could Drakir and Lucy have done here, though? I think if they
I think
try to
maybe
skip
just had to
here on
push less,
14, they
right?
just lose the raise on 15, though, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think after that 13, the game is already over, no matter
Yeah.
what they choose. I think it was more about having to push less after 11,
Hmm.
and maybe just realize like they're actually quite weak on 13 against
Yeah.
a big enough send.
I mean, they're holding. So Sagittarius is
Yeah.
already full. Maybe the Centaur gets through Fine's lane. Yeah, it does.
Almost
Okay.
got,
Well, 25 got shut down. They're ahead now.
yeah. And there will be 15 cents straight off of this. Maybe, I mean, if they can hold this 15 cent, they have a chance, but
They can't hold this 15 cent. Look at the values off
yeah,
Drakir minus
a
20.
bit
I
under.
mean, he's got 600 gold to spend, but he's still going to be 600 under value.
Yeah,
Lucy will have a big green devil.
yeah.
It's just not going to be enough. They're both so far under value here. Oh, Spont Machine, Offmer.
Yeah,
It looks like an almost guaranteed 2-0 here. They are
yeah,
flying here in the grand finals. Barnish Kieran, they're on their last life.
yeah. And it feels like in all the games in both of the games so far, they were behind for a good portion of the game, but able to just find a way back in. Some small, like, mid-game mistakes. And
A valiant
yeah,
effort here from Lucy, but it won't be enough. And Drakir
yeah,
looks like a similar story over there. 57 and 85. GGs are called. Barnish Kieran.
yeah.
They're on death's door. They can't afford to drop another game.
Yeah, 1 point away from the back-to-back.
Yeah. Wow, Spont Machine. Oh, I mean, I kind of feel bad now because before the series, I was talking up about how good Drakir and Lucy are and how Fine and Saji are going to have such a hard road here in the finals. But so far, they're just steamrolling their way through these games. I mean, this one wasn't even close. They were so comfy here. Man, this is looking rough for Drakir and Lucy.
Yeah. It's tough times, but it is now the hardest possible game to win.
Hmm.
Uh, where they have every mastermind open and you have four missing, but so far no problems.
Yeah. Yeah, but they still have to do it 3 times, right? So we know that Legion is a game with many moving parts, and if in any of your next 3 games you get a bad roll, or your opponent gets like the Giga combo, it
Yeah,
just ends the series. So it's never like an enviable position to be in when you're
for sure.
2 games down in the best of 5. But that is where Drakir and Lucy find themselves. They really have to give every single game their absolute best from here on out. They cannot afford a single mistake in 3 games of Legion while playing against players of Sagittarius and Fine's caliber. That is going to be a hard feat to manage. Do you think they're up to it?
I mean, I think it's always possible, right? I mean, like,
If anyone is up
the,
to it, it's going to be
yeah,
Drakir and Lucy. Yeah.
I think for sure, like these both of those were very winnable games.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think there's a chance. We'll see. I mean, one game at a time. So I mean, they tried a different set of mastermind options, and again, like it looked okay, right? Like they were ahead in the early game, but they just kind of messed up
Yep.
and made a bad call and took too much damage, right?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
similar story in the first game. They tried, uh, well, the first game they tried something more aggressive
Hmm.
rather than trying to skip, but didn't work out.
Ah, well, here we have it, folks. Game number 3 is upon us. Spont Machine 2-0 in the lead. Barnish Kieran, last life. Let's see, can they come back into the series, or will we have Spont Machine back to back victors here? Let me just tie up this scoreboard.
Shepherd and Castle, wow. Castle was pretty brave in an AoA game. Drek, wow. Another set of new masterminds for Drek and Lucy. So two shepherds, Castle and a
Interesting.
stash. So all new masterminds for us today.
Yeah, okay. That's very interesting. Is this the first Shepherd we've seen in any of these Nova Cup games? I think we may have had one
Yeah,
yesterday in one of the group games. Certainly on the big stage.
yeah, for sure. I mean, let's see how it goes. I mean, Shepherd's one of the, I would say, like coolest ideas.
Oh, I really like the
Yeah.
idea behind Shepherd. Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, Sagittarius with the Pip plus the Shepherd. I mean, it's basically like it's free tier one, right? So
Hmm.
can do pretty aggressive stuff there. He is going for the angler though, so trying to play a little more safe, but get a little bit more reward. Snail into Fine is going to be free food.
Are these not too close? Is that going to tank
It
anything?
that angler does look really close.
Yeah.
It may
Uh-oh.
be fine because it's wave one, so it won't really die.
It's going to hurt him for the rest of the game, though, I think. Like, the Pipsqueak is just
Yeah.
never going to tank.
Unfortunately, you can't reposition the angler.
Yeah, exactly. You can move the sheep, but that angler is stuck.
We'll see if it comes back. But for now, so far so good.
Lucy,
And
meanwhile, going for the
yeah,
Elite Archer opener. Pretty
clearly
great with
watching.
Shepherd, right?
Yeah, I mean, clearly watched all of Atrocity's videos, loaded up the Nightmare last game, this game with the lead Archer and Shepherd, so
Kind of perfect, honestly. Like, if you want to
yeah,
open Shepherd, Elite Archer is definitely a good unit to
yeah,
do it
amazing.
with. Benefits a lot from being able to have a mobile split.
Yeah. And 6 workers
Hey,
for that Elite Archer Shepherd.
it's tanking now. What happened? Oh, just the
Did
sheep
the
was
sheep
moved?
move?
And it
Maybe?
looks like it's the same position.
I don't know.
I don't know. Long
Six workers
ways with
now
the
for
Warp Wing.
everyone, besides the Warp Wing. Fine, will do fine here.
Yeah, only income coming out once again here.
Yeah.
Lucy adding a couple of howlers there in the split. She's going to be absolutely fine, I think.
Yeah. Swapped out her role a bit, so dropped the gate guard for this howler and has the disciple as the late game now.
This is a false end here into fine, but with the addition of Seraphine should be absolutely
Yeah.
no problem. That unit is broken on 3.
Unless this lizard is too strong, but I don't think so. Or
Yeah. Well, Lizard
got
has
him.
been outshone by Dragon Turtle for too long, so there we
Yeah.
have it. 27% on the comeback from the Lizard. 40 HP coming in hot.
What a beast. And obviously it will be no king damage. Great cover there. And Drac will go for the fiend here into Sadgy. Sadgy actually doesn't quite have enough for the bounty. I don't know if he'll go for it.
He
Maybe
can
goes
sell
for
a
the gate
bone.
guard. Or a Tempest.
A Tempest, bad unit on 4, but really good against fiends.
Yeah. Ups the split with the sheep.
I like this decision actually. I think like selling a bone for the bounty hunter,
Yeah.
it's kind of a guaranteed hold, but like your angler is pretty low
Yeah.
stacks, so
I don't love it, right? You
Yeah.
kind of want to get a little bit more out of him.
Mhm.
Although he may be headed to a swift death as well
yeah.
this way.
I mean that's the thing, right? Like the positioning error there on wave 1 is just making Sagittarius game quite a bit more difficult than it needs to be.
Yeah, he also doesn't have other melees, right? He's got double range with the Pip and the Tempest, so
Yeah.
not really getting a lot of tanks to protect our little guy.
Already re-rolled, by the way, has Sagittarius. So again, no real late game, no real synergy either. So that Tempest has nothing to go with it.
Yeah, he has a little bit of white mane synergy, but not really too much else. But fine, maybe with the castle will be in charge of the late game here.
They may just be playing around trying to end the game on 11 or 12 again, but this time there's
Yeah,
good
okay.
defensive options with that Divine Blessing.
Yeah. Divine Blessing with Marion would be a great choice for Drac if he needed it. Not so much for Lucy, right? Not a great target. I mean, you could do like Divine Mudman, I guess, for some extra
Yeah.
HP on the Hardened,
Yeah.
but
Not amazing. None of the players really have a standout blessing target though. There's no Priestess, Phoenix, Dread Knight, anything like that.
yeah, Lumarion's probably as good as we're gonna get this
Yeah.
game.
Lumarion's good.
Yeah. Bounty finally out here for Sagittarius. 60 stacks, not too bad. Getting it ready for that wave 7, where it can actually collect quite a bit. But actually a save here from Drac maybe threatens like something like a double brute into Sagittarius on 7, which could be pretty scary, right?
2 brutes on 7 and Sagittarius is in trouble for sure. Like, he would have been in trouble here as well. I don't know, Sagittarius just feels like he's in quite a rough spot this game.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he may be able to do pretty well with the Badger edition, but not really a lot of damage for him then. And look at that Warp Wing positioning by Fine.
Oh, wow,
Kind of saving here.
Still leaking,
against
though,
a
to the
much-
snail.
Yeah. Could have been much, much worse.
Well, this isn't great while his teammate's getting saved on.
Yeah.
This will give
is
Drakir
gonna
the second
get
brute
the
before income.
And Sagittarius will get that Boudadou out into
Yeah.
Lucy. I mean, the mole is pretty good against the 6 Howler.
The
and
mole
Lead
is
Archer, but-
really good into Lucy, but Drakir only receiving income, so he should be able to
Yeah.
cover for his teammate's leak. Meanwhile, both Drakir and Lucy sending
Yeah.
these power mercs here on 7, and I don't feel great about either Fine or Sagi's lanes. Like, sure, they've got the tank value, but just no damage whatsoever for either player here on 7.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Badger is great, but like you said, it's just tank value, not quite that damage that you're looking for.
Yeah.
The Warplings, this is kind of a crazy 3 or 4-way split, but actually gets his Warpwing and his Seraphim killed before his Badger.
Yeah.
But sniping a Brute here for Sagittarius is nice with that Tempest.
Yeah, he won't
Does
kill
look
much
like
else,
that's
though.
about it.
So that's a leak
some
for
first
Sagi.
blood.
64 for Lucy,
Oh,
sure, but
ooh.
matching 50% leaks there for Fine and Sagittarius. And of course, Drakia will be able to cover. Yeah, very unfortunate targeting. That's a proper penny leak there for Lucy.
Yeah. I mean, that's a bad beat,
A good chunk of
but
king damage coming in here, though.
yeah,
So, Varnish
and great
Kieran,
cover.
I mean, we wanted them to come back into the series, and this is certainly one way to do it. A very strong start to the game here in game 3.
By the way, is it just me or did Drac already use his stash?
Ah, good
Because
question. I don't know if I
it
can
said
see
plus
that.
14
Stash
wave
14 gold.
3. I, did he misclick or did he actually need it or
He may have needed it. I mean, it's
yeah,
kind of fine. Like, Stash has changed a
like a cash
lot
out
in the most
premium?
recent patch. It's now, it gets a bit of income, but the Stash itself has been
Yeah,
heavily nerfed. So probably it is better to just secure
yeah,
your early game.
yeah. Kind of playing it like a mini cash out.
hmm Otherwise, you
So,
just end up with like 100 gold on 14 or something, which is just not.
mhm,
It's not the same Stash that we were all like
yeah,
hating on in the end of last season.
yeah. So everyone with quite a bit of Mythium besides Drac obviously went for that small income here.
Yeah.
Sagittarius going with another mole, and it looks
Another
like
mole. I
Lucy
mean,
is gonna be in trouble.
it worked very well against Lucy on wave 7. She did have the biggest leak of the bunch there. Drakir was able to cover, but will he be able to do the same
Yeah,
again
I
here
mean,
on 9?
Deathcap, Shadow
Yeah,
Dancer,
Deathcap's looking good. He'd have to sell one of the masks. There it is. Oh, I think he wants the
Doomsday.
Doomsday. Yeah, one more
Yeah.
mask. Oh,
Oh, Lumerian,
Lumerian.
I meant.
Okay.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. All of these options, and he chooses the one we don't
Oh my
mention.
god. Look at the DPS shape here from Lucy.
Oh yeah, I mean it's impact, right? Great for
Yeah.
wave 9.
And the Archer is tanking really nicely,
Yep.
and the Howler passive is really kicking in on these carapaces.
Hardened Mudman as well.
Yeah,
Brute
kills
goes
the Brute,
down.
losing the
Meanwhile,
Archer
Drakir, the
here,
Lumerian, did tank there for him, is now
but
cleaning up the Robo.
will be
Will
a leak
leak.
still. And
42% for
Lucy
Drakir, but Lucy!
doing well, but also still a leak, and
Yeah.
looks like barely got the last creep,
Yeah, yeah,
so pretty
yeah.
good
Okay.
for finding Sagittarius
Yeah,
here.
but Offma, look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't even click it in time. Lucy's already sent that GK out. She was
But
saving past this.
Fine does have a surprise for that GK. Not sure if it'll be quite enough, but Double Zerker is pretty good on 10.
It's pretty good on 10, and it's pretty good against Ghost Knights as well.
And Hermit Resent here from Sagittarius.
Fine will have to sell one of his Polywogs to afford that second Berserker, but it definitely seems worthwhile to do so.
Drac here, what's he got? He's thinking about what to build here. Does he want to go with the DK and prep?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a... It's not where you usually see the DK, but I guess he wants this to be a Lioness.
Well, he has no aura, right? So
Yeah.
he can kind of position as he wants. Both of them playing pretty high value, which is good
Yeah.
because there is a resend coming out from Fine and Sagi. But let's
Yeah.
see how Fine deals with this Ghost Knight. The double Berserker, of course, very strong against both the Send and the Wave. Should still be a leak, though, just given the size of the Send here.
But he looks like he's doing okay, only leaking half the boss or so.
Yeah. Really well. Less than half the boss.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lucy was able to hold, and Drac will also. So
That's a
pretty
hold
good
as well for
them,
Drakir. Yeah, the Lumerian coming through hot. This won't be any king damage, though, I
Yeah.
think. The Lumerian is just going to clean up. Yeah, it
But
does.
so, there's something in there. I mean, Lucy did suffer for that Send.
Well, the game is right back to even, Offma. So after a pretty action-packed early game phase there, neither team really coming out ahead here. Barnish Kieran, who were looking so good after that wave 7, I mean, the wave 9 just really evened the score.
Yeah, and look at Fine's role with Castle. Like, this might be the strongest combo role we have.
Yeah. Like the Skybot with Leviathan is broken, and Lord of Death as well.
He'll have that divine blessing for the Hades if he wants to.
Like you say, though, like he's just in a very strong position economically now with that castle kicking in.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like he's a bit behind in workers and he has way more income. So
Hmm.
long save situation may be favorable for him right now,
Yeah.
just because he'll be very hard to leak.
Well, Drakir and Lucy are continuing to save, but they're saving with
Yeah,
very low worker counts.
maybe just trying to go. I don't know. Is this just a 13? They're not like.
13's
Mm,
interesting, but like this unit with Divine
yeah,
Blessing is broken on
pretty
13.
scary, right?
And we already know that Fine
So
has
much
double
value,
Berserker,
right?
right? Yeah. But what can they do?
Yeah,
They can't afford to save forever. And
it may be just 14 then. Try and protect your 15, right?
yeah, that makes
Kind of the
sense.
best wave for Archer, and I mean, not Lumerian's best wave, but Drac has other tools for 14.
He has Doomsday still hidden, so that information
Yeah,
has been kept secret until now.
we'll see what Sagittarius and Fine opt to. Fine did push a little bit here, what, from 12 to 14 workers, which makes sense given his spot, right?
Hmm.
Needs to have some pressure in this game.
Alright, very quick wave here on 12
Yeah,
and
so looking like 14. But, I mean, the
this is
value
such
is
a
just
starved
insane.
game, Offmer. Yeah, like 14 workers here for Fine on wave 13.
Yeah, the castle is really helping out, right? Because
Oh,
the income
massively.
is just so huge
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah,
Keeps him very close to value every
hmm,
wave. I mean, same with Sagittarius, honestly.
yeah. That's the thing with I think Castle is like it really shines in a starved game like this one
Hmm.
because
Yeah, where
the
they,
percentage boost is just so much higher.
yeah.
Like,
And I wonder if Fine and Sagittarius can even go some income king here, or is that too crazy, too risky if they skip? But like you're seeing the Doomsday
hmm.
now. It may be worth to try and just break the Divine Blessings, but we'll see, right? Fine has been hiding his blessing the whole time.
I don't hate Income King, but they decide to go for the full send
Yeah.
actually.
Think it makes sense, right? If you go Income King, it's a little. If you still end up leaking, like if you don't think you're definitely gonna hold, then I think this makes sense.
Yeah.
He
Well, the
does
thing
need a
like
blessing someone.
Fine is on value,
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
he still hasn't shown his divine blessing actually.
Is he gonna put it on the Skybot or the
I feel like he
Badger?
should
Or...
use it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you there. He gets a
It's
Levi.
on the Skybot. He upgrades the
Okay,
Leviathan,
okay, yeah,
Divine Blessing Skybot. I mean,
I
this
like
thing
that.
has a pretty good shot of just shredding the wave.
Yeah, especially with an Iron Skills to protect
Hmm.
it. I mean, Drac and Lucy getting much smaller sends, but with less value.
Yeah.
So that seems to be how this
This
game
Skybot
is
is just
shaping up.
popping off, man. Look at this damage
Yeah,
here. Absolutely
jeez.
crushing is the Skybot. Is this just a hold from Fine? The Skybot will go down, so
It
the
goes
blessing
down,
has been
but
used, but it is an easy hold from him, so the blessing
yeah.
used to its fullest extent.
So Lucy lost her blessing as well, but Drac
Yeah.
actually also keeping his.
Drakir
So
keeping the blessing. Okay.
that's a huge advantage in the rest of the game because
Yeah.
obviously Sagittarius has the blessing, still weak. Fine lost the blessing as well, but obviously holding is quite good for him.
And more to the point,
So,
though, Offmer, this was like a pretty long save coming out from Drakir and Lucy, and they just didn't get anything done with it.
well, I think the main advantage they got back is their income, right? They were more pushed, and now actually Drac is ahead of Fine in both workers and income and value, right?
Yeah,
Well, not workers anymore, but it kind of like shifted the game back into everyone's about the same. Like before, there was the kind of lopsided, we have workers, you have income. So it's definitely a more interesting game state now.
now things are looking a bit more even, yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, a resend, a post-income resend?
And
Lucy's cooked.
yeah, I guess it comes down to Drax still having the blessing, right?
Yeah, his Lumerian is
But
off-tanking very
actually,
nicely here, but the
or
Lumerian, he needs to
is it off
defend
it?
himself. It goes
Oh
down!
no!
Oh no, that is a disaster here from Drakir. We needed that thing to stay alive. Have we just seen the champion play here from Fine and Sagi?
It's not lethal, I think, but it's close. And
It may not be lethal, but they're going to get so much gold. They've taken the blessing away from Drakia, and
yeah,
I don't know, Offma. They only have 4 king
they
attack
might,
upgrades
yeah.
here.
Bosses are pretty healthy. It's close.
It's very close, but they will
Okay.
survive barely. Wow, 6%
And
on the
can
king.
they live here? They're still quite undervalued because they push really hard.
They gave up so
And
much league gold there, though.
yeah,
Let's look at this. 380, 380 for both players.
yeah, I
Well,
mean, he kind of got single tanks and diffed, right? All of his tanks ran to the right besides his
yeah, and the
DK.
Lumerian was just exposed.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I mean, that's a really, really cool play, I will say.
Yeah, I love
Even if
it.
it doesn't win them the game, like that was a pretty cool line to see.
I mean, it was super close to winning. That was 6% on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
king. And now, I mean, they need to survive this send. I think if Fine and Saji don't
yeah,
die here, they just win.
they have a chance. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it depends on how well they do as well, right? Like, obviously, if they survive with like 1% and give
Yeah,
up a bunch
yeah.
of
That's...
gold, it's
Oh,
not
the
too
Warp
good.
Wing
But
dying for Fine there, like to the last attack of a creep. That's not
yeah,
great. That will be a leak for
this
both. 75% for Sagittarius. Lucy's leaking to income. 76% for Fine. I think
could
they are dead. Drakia does have enough value to cover Lucy's
could they
leaks, it
won the
looks
race
like.
actually? I think maybe if they had full set, they could have won. Like this Lumerian was very
Yeah,
close to
yeah,
dying.
for sure they would have won with a full send. Like, they definitely win the race, I think. But,
I mean, wow,
whew,
crazy game.
that was a crazy game, Offmer. What a play there. The 15 resend after income from Spont. Damn
Yeah,
near winning them the championship,
I'm
like,
loving that.
straight off the bat. That would have been juicy.
Yeah, that's the kind of play that's just like it's like almost impossible to see. Like, but when you're in the game, if you see something like that, that's awesome. Like
Yeah,
like you kind of feel like, oh, you kind of deserve it after a play like that. But
yeah.
unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Yeah, great play there from Fine and Sagittarius. Didn't work out for them, but their loss, Offmer, is our gain because it does mean we will get to see more than 3 games here in the
Yeah,
finals, which is obviously
yeah.
what we want. It's what the viewers want. It's what the drop farmers want.
It's probably not
Let's
what Fine
roll
and
into game
Sagittarius
4.
wanted, though.
It's not what Fine and Sagittarius. I think they would have been pretty happy to just wrap up the series there, three
Yeah,
to zero. They're still favoured, of course, Offmer. It's only
yeah.
2-1 now, and Lucy and Drakia, they came very close to dropping the game there in game 3, and they cannot afford a mistake, man. Like, they are
Yeah.
still playing match point here every game. I don't know. This is a super
I'm
exciting series.
I'm loving the masterminds though. Like I love how different each of the games have been. Like we played like kind of like a medium-ish paced game, and then
Hmm.
in the first one, the second game was like super aggressive. Everyone's early game's really strong, and then this one is like a little more starved and just like harder to play.
Yep.
But I'm looking forward to the next two.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next one.
Well, here we go. The players are straight into game number 4. Let's see, can Barnish Kieran
Ooh,
continue their clapping here and come back into this
the lamp is
finals?
here.
Chaos for Lucy. Okay.
Yeah, that's a staple for Lucy now. Like, whoa, back against the wall, YOLO.
That is ballsy. Well, like, he's
I
not back
mean,
against
pretty
the wall,
good.
right? Like, they still have
Yeah, yeah, true, true.
a point.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. And Sagittarius with the sheep again. I like his roles again. I wonder if he'll pull out the banker this time or he'll stick to a little more traditional, like maybe the Tempest and the LOD, and play around the rat and the flower.
Hmm.
But I mean, this is a pretty strong role for Fine, I would say, off of YOLO.
Yeah, that's a very good YOLO roll. Like, he's got, well, he has playable units with a nice curve. That's kind of all you want to ask
Yeah.
for when you're playing YOLO.
Saboteur for Drac. I mean, we saw just how powerful that can be
Yeah.
in Sagittarius hands, and I'm sure Drac is no slouch either.
Another
I
pipsqueak, by the way. Lucy has her
Yeah,
favorite unit as well, the Tempest.
and starting to be a little too obvious.
Yeah, he is
But
playing with the roles behind the scenes. We have a snail
wow,
coming out here.
I mean,
Oh, but it's
would
the
have been
wrong
great.
lane, is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Lucy would have
they
got a
just
leak
can't
here
seem to
into
find
fine.
it. Yeah,
You know, sheep is just too broken on one, right?
yeah.
So easy hold against the snail there from
Yeah.
Sagittarius.
Lucy wasting all of her luck on wave 2 with the
Mm-hmm.
Peewee and the Garg. Needed to save that one for wave 3.
Well,
But actually,
Lucy actually leaks to
Lucy,
her
oh,
snail.
really?
Okay.
Even with 2 masks.
That's kind of crazy, yeah. I thought she would have been fine.
Yeah, I mean, not the end of the world, but now 6 workers for Sagittarius. I mean, kind of making great use out of the sheep, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually that's the way I really like to see Shepherd played when they're just very, very aggressive. It's essentially cash out, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
you
Cash out
don't
in the
need to
form of a
place a
sheep.
tier one because you have one for free.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw how good Sagittarius is with that cash out already. And, ooh, he actually boosted the banker here. Little like scared or
Yeah.
like uncertain if he gets a send, how it
Against the
goes.
nose. I
So
think
I
it's only
respect
one
that.
gold difference though, so
Yeah,
it's not terrible.
yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense, right? You already have a huge lead from. He's the only one who's 6 workers on wave 2.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
and
Just
now
why
Lucy, of
risk it?
course, and rolled the Garg again. I mean, why not?
Yeah, what a beast, honestly. Chaos God FC Lucy.
Yeah. And I don't know if Sagittarius will get that 60 send that you might need to punish the 6 workers here, so might be getting away with this one. And Drac looks like he wants to go for a full send into this banker. Triple Garg though is a lot of
That'd be
value.
fine. Another boost as well
Boost.
from Sagittarius. Lucy with the Robo send here
Wow,
into
Robo.
fine. Huh.
I mean, Pixie is pretty, I guess, risky. Like when you actually get a send. Yeah, fine, unsure, but so far the Coiler is not on the Robo, which is the
Hmm.
main advantage of sending Robo, right?
This gargoyle looks like it's getting the second
Oh,
summon off.
but look at this guy
Yeah. Oh, it
going
doesn't!
straight to
Just
backline.
barely! Okay.
But I mean, the Pixie sniping the Robo is huge. Like
I mean, it's just a
some of
hold,
that
right?
positioning was, or even
It's
he would
just a
rather
hold.
die.
But this is like the best possible
Yeah.
situation. Like, fine holds with his
Oh, and then he
pixie,
kills it.
and it's
Yeah.
going to die to his teammate's leak. Yeah.
Wow. Really impressive from Fine. I wonder if like even DT Snail would have been better for Lucy in that spot, just because it would have completely destroyed the Pixie. Obviously, can't know that, but
Hmm.
really nice positioning out of Fine. And they are going to try again, and Fine looks like he's ready for it, going with a second gate
Yeah.
guard here.
Sanji's ready as well. Like, Consort is very,
Yeah.
very strong on wave 4.
Yeah, and with the range unit, you always have the chance of like, I mean, if the what's it called? The Robo eats the consort passive, at least you have a chance to finish it off with the
Mhm.
banker.
Robo, when you already know that Serpent
Yeah.
is on the board for wave 4, is kind of wild. And especially because Fine is just playing very, very safe here. 390
Yeah.
value. He's going to be, well, he's going to live up to his name, I think.
Yeah, and the other thing is the Robo isn't even great against the Coiler in this spot because it's not tanking it.
Yeah. Well, we
So it
are
is
going
going
to
to be
have
a full hold, but a leak in Sagittarius lane.
a
But
very small leak, though. Very small leak. One creep, one robo, and a full hold for Fine, and full cover as well. Meanwhile, Drakir and Lucy are farming the
Yeah.
negative income with the Power Mercenaries.
And Fine is saving as well, but he is just going to go for the income, which I think makes a lot of sense, right? They're getting a huge lead already off of this.
Yeah.
Definitely pretty big advantage right now.
Yeah, Fine
Wow.
is looking very strong, actually. Like a pretty decent YOLO roll, a very favourable early game.
Yeah, kind of a masterclass from him so far.
Meanwhile, Othma, we do have the new Legion spell here in this lobby,
Yeah.
Magic Lamp. So for those of us who don't know what that spell does yet, it's plus 15 gold immediately, and then it rolls a random Legion spell from any Legion spell, not just the ones in the game,
Yeah.
but like
It's
literally
pretty
anything.
crazy.
Yeah. So it is.
And oh wow.
It is sometimes a good way to just grief your game. Like, you can magic lamp into Magician when you have no mana units, for example.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely like when you're if you have better options and you don't need something crazy to happen, like you should probably not click it, but
Yeah.
it can be fun, right? Like if you need variance to win the game, then it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you just don't really fancy the other spells, then
Yeah.
click it and see what happens.
So we have some big income sends from two of the players here. It looks like Drac is saving into a wave 8 maybe against the banker,
Fine
but it
saving
looks
his
like
bricks as
fine,
well.
yeah, pressuring that wave 7 maybe, so
Hmm.
not trying to let Drac get there.
Now, with the slime mummy, I think Lucy should be fine. Tempest tanking wonderfully there for her.
Yeah, and Fine is just farming the Pixie Mythium as well while being highest workers.
What
So,
a beast.
well, yeah. And Cannoneer versus the three slimes.
All right,
And
we'll.
just income, but yeah, I mean, just income means Drac gets to save longer.
Yeah, I mean, Wave 8 is looking pretty nice against Sagi, but these things
Does
are
have
quite broken on 8s,
LOD
right?
cards. Yeah, I mean, the banker is going to be his worst unit there, and he'll have LOD and some frontline.
Oh,
So
there is a
we'll see.
post-income Brute coming out here. This is the classic
Yeah,
Ashton's End now from Fine. Drake Brute, but with a
yeah,
full Iron Maiden, I think Drakir is going to be just fine.
yeah. I would think so. It's a
Fire
little weird because the
Archer,
first Iron Maiden cast isn't on the whole wave, which
yeah.
is pretty big, honestly.
And you got no value whatsoever from the Fire Archer. Like, that
Yeah,
thing, it shines when it tanks a couple of creeps just for the whole wave.
yeah.
Maybe this
Looks
will
like
be a bit
he's
of a leak from
leaking.
Drakir. Yeah, yeah. It
Might be
won't be
even
terrible.
bigger than
One
I
more
think.
cast on the Maiden. There we go.
That's pretty not a bad chunk here. Obviously, he's been saving, so there is some advantage gained
Yeah,
here,
Drakir
but
doesn't hate the long wave. This might get to Ghost Knight in time.
it's close, right?
I mean, it is. Like, the Drake is just going to live long enough that Drakir should be able to reach
Yeah,
the
I think
Ghost Knight.
one-on-one between the Drake and the
Hmm.
mask. I
Wow.
mean, this
Okay.
is
Perfect
that's
pro
rough,
leak
and
then from Drakir, right?
gives Lucy some time to even have a chance to leak Fine too, right? Fine
Yep.
not the best on 8 with the Harbinger Gate Guard, right? So
And the Mole is very good against that because, of course, it
yeah,
prevents the two-shot from the Coiler.
he's probably gonna go double like an extra Serpent here because he can't. Well, maybe not. So we have the LD, we have
Yeah,
double banker
LOD's
boosted.
pretty good, but it's not great against Ghost Knight,
Yeah,
right? Like,
can we
LOD...
one-shot the GK?
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Don't know. I mean, it looks like you could kill the GK, but not much else, right? That's what it feels like. Oh, and just full seedlings here. Is that if it touches the wave, is that enough
I mean, you can't do
to
anything
get the
else, right?
mull off of it?
Oh, no, no, it's like
No,
quite...
it's still three-shotting,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Really would have thought the second Serpent is needed here.
Yeah,
I
and the
mean, he's
mole's
getting
still the
overrun.
mole like crushing the
Yeah,
harbingers here. That's going to be a big leak from Fine. The Ghost Knight, meanwhile, is dead in Sagittarius lane. Fine 77%.
yeah.
Sagittarius does kill one more, but that's an 80% as well. Barnish, Kieran, Offmer. It
Yeah,
looks like they're going to be going through to a game 5, but this one's not over yet.
yeah.
It's going
I
very,
think
very well. But Fine and Sagittarius,
that
we've
brute cost them.
yeah.
Like income was the right call. It was just yeah, the brute after had to be just king ups or no sun, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles in Legion. Like, he added a
Yeah,
brute, he thought it was a good play, but all it did was cause a very long wave 7 where Drakir could perfectly send that Ghost Knight before income.
yeah.
Lucy got to the mole as well, and it just
Now
absolutely
wave 10 is in
obliterated
question
them.
too, right? Like we have an LOD on our board. We have, I mean, these are solid enough units on 10, especially when three people are plus value here.
Hmm.
Should Lucy completely Sui pushing for wave 10, it looks like basically,
Yeah.
right? Like she doesn't have any plans of holding 10 herself, it seems.
I mean, it makes
Which
sense,
kind of makes
right?
sense.
Because
Yeah.
Sagittarius
The
cannot
knockout
hold 10,
punch
I
is
don't
all you
think.
need. Yeah, I mean, LOD is just way too dead value, right?
Hmm. Fine and Sagi going
And
for income sends, it looks like. So just trying to survive the upcoming wave 10 send.
yeah, And can Drac get to? I mean, this creates a long wave too, right?
Hmm.
Like maybe gets Drac to that pack leader. Yeah,
He
which
does.
is huge. Like when someone has no good units for wave 10, pack is always great, right?
Yeah. Lucy was unfortunately like 4 or 5 Mythiums short of the Ghost Knight herself,
Yeah.
going for the Ogre instead, which isn't quite the same.
Yeah. That great against the units either, right?
Mm.
Like, I mean, it's tricky to send versus this, right? Because what you want to mimic to kill the coilers, but you don't want to mimic against this or this. Ogre is great against the Harbinger, but not great against the Antler or the coiler.
I think the
So
dream scenario
Sagittarius,
here is that the Ogre somehow ends up tanking the Coilers, but I don't know. Still, 300 Mythium for Fine, 200 for Sagi. Lucy, of course, will
oh,
be
it
leaking
might
massively
actually.
to her 200 Mythium send as well.
Yeah, it would,
Wait, the
because
Ogre
the
is
Ogre is.
tanking.
Wow, that is
I mean, I
insane.
said it was the dream scenario, and it looks
Yeah,
like Lucy's dreams are coming
I heard
true.
that.
Sagi leaks 40%. He did very well, honestly.
What a game by
Fine.
them.
Fine's leaking a half HP boss. I think they're dead.
Yeah, this is kind of a masterclass. I mean, obviously maybe a little helped out by how long that wave 7 was just perfect, but
Yeah, yeah. Wave 7 was incredible for them.
what?
Wait. Ah!
Oh, got him.
The last
Holy
hit from the
moly.
pack leader there, crushing the king of Spot
Yeah,
Machine. And Offma, we have a 2-all on our hands. So a dead even race now in these
yeah,
grand finals as we go into game number 5. That's crazy.
yeah. And like just really good play out of Lucy as well. Like Drac obviously doing a great job getting the save going, but Lucy also pushing really aggressively with that save so that she can have a chance of breaking fine as well.
Hmm.
And then committing to that basically full push for
Yeah,
wave 10.
yeah. Yeah, really nicely played. I mean, we we said when they were 2-0 down, if anyone can do it, it will be
Yeah,
Drakira and Lucy. And well, they're certainly keen to
yeah,
prove us right. But it's not over yet. There's still one all important game left to play.
well,
And Fine and Sagittarius, they're probably feeling a bit shook right now, Offmer. Like this,
yeah,
everything was going their way for the first 2 games. They were steamrolling ahead, and all of a sudden, Drakir and Lucy have pulled that rug out from under them. That game 4
yeah,
was like really one-sided in favor of Drakir and
yeah.
Lucy. I don't know. This
Especially
is
game 3 was so close to them winning too.
yeah, like the resend on 15, damn near like just won them the whole championship. And then here in game 4, they just got absolutely crushed. So I don't know, man. The momentum has certainly shifted in favor of Barnish Kieran,
But
that's for sure.
every game does get easier for Fine and Sagittarius and harder for Dragon Lucy, right? The
True.
masterminds are slowly leaving the table. We still have champion up for Dragon Lucy, believe it
Hmm.
or not. Don't
I think they
know
still have
what.
things like Cartel as well. They
Yeah,
do. So if it's like an all-out assault game, Cartel's definitely pretty attractive.
yeah.
Oh,
Cash Out, Fiesta. I mean, a lot of stuff is still on the table, and Dragon Lucy for sure can play everything. I mean, they've shown us everything so far, right?
mhm.
Stash, Shepherd, which we had not seen up until this point,
Yeah.
really. So, and I think that might have been the first Stash as well, unless I'm wrong. But
Yeah, I think we I
actually I
think we
saw
saw
Atrocity play it.
Atrocity played some. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but definitely an underrepresented pick as well.
Mm. Some insider knowledge, by the way. The Shepherd Mastermind was actually designed by Drakir. So
Yeah.
pretty cool to. I mean, actually, he wasn't the one to play it. Lucy was the one who played it on their team. But pretty cool to see his own
Yeah.
mastermind used in these Nova Cup games. So fair play.
Yeah.
And
What
like
a
you said, it's
cool mastermind.
a really cool mastermind. Like it's a very high skill mastermind. I think the ability to
Yeah.
like control your aggro with the sheep positioning every wave is very skill expression
Yeah.
expressive.
Some of
Okay.
these passive spells, maybe, I
Yeah.
mean, no castle from Dragon Lucy yet. Could see some sort of, you could see that.
It is a
I don't know
pretty
if he
passive
will.
spell lineup, actually. And
Yeah.
all 4 of the players, it seems, are taking their time with these mastermind selections. So we haven't seen anything locked in yet. Castle, like you say, pretty good. Redraw could be another one.
Three. Okay. Yeah. Or maybe is Evolution still believable?
Stash.
Or Fiesta, yeah, of
Fiesta,
course.
okay. Lucy, I mean, some possible Fiesta openers with
Yeah.
like the Fire Archer, with the Bazooka.
Serpent, if you're really, I mean, Sagittarius with a great Nightmare Butcher hit. Greed for Drax, so not willing to commit to a cartel or like
Hmm.
a champion. I think I like it. It's more stable. He has a pretty nuts magician role. I'm looking looking
Yeah,
it over.
yeah, that's for sure. Hmm.
And fine, not really, not so much sauce for him.
Pretty aggressive role selection there from Sagittarius once again,
Yeah,
really favouring those early game units. And look at this Offmer. He
yeah,
has sniffed Lucy's Fiesta. The snail comes
yeah,
out. This should be a pretty big leak now from Lucy.
yeah. Should be indeed. And imagine if they had double snailed. That might have been game five right there and then.
Hmm.
But should be a good start regardless. Maybe even getting to that Fireworker Nightmare now, which is huge, right?
Yep. I mean, that's a
And
lot of gold, actually.
he doesn't really have the unit for it, but if there's enough gold, like if he can get to 6 worker with the Seedling, that makes his hold really easy on 3.
Yeah. Yeah, Seedling Nightmare is so good, actually.
Yeah. So 20 cents for everybody besides Sagittarius,
Yep.
actually, the only one to not benefit from that, but does get that 5th worker like we talked about.
The leak was perfect there for Sagittarius, fifth worker, and another post-income snail. Okay, Lucy
Yeah.
adding another fist. Should still
Yeah.
be a pretty decent
Kind of
leak
like
here,
a,
I think.
I think this is more of a pro league unless I'm mistaken, but we'll see. If I had to put the money on it, I'd say like a 30 to 40% leak, but
Okay.
then again, I am
Really nice
independent,
aggro,
so
actually, on those bazookas.
yeah, they're not really focus firing, but pretty good
Yeah.
tanking.
Oh, nearly. Okay,
And it'll be 58,
58%.
so you can have my money.
Yeah. Thanks. This
Everyone
is...
else doing fine.
It seems like Sagittarius has Lucy's number so far in this game. Like,
So far.
Lucy tried to sneak in the cheeky Fiesta, and Sagittarius is all over that.
And they don't quite get to 40s, actually, so barely not working out for them, but looks
Yeah,
like
but
Sagittarius wants to go wave 4 anyways, which
I mean,
looks
Lucy's
pretty
looking
good.
super weak on 4, right?
They're both looking, maybe this is even like a long wave 3 into brutes type of stuff on
Yeah,
4.
yeah. I mean, Drakir at least
And
can
it
have Consort, which is very good on 4, but Lucy has
and let's
nothing.
see. I mean, Fine has not been able to hold wave 3 with Warpwing yet so far this series, so
True.
he does have Garg and a Consort this time, so that might be enough. Sagittarius definitely going for a leak. I was saying if he could build something, he should go for the ceiling, but he just he just went for it regardless.
Yeah,
Takes a pretty reasonable leak though, and this time he snipes the Blizzard with the
yeah, with the
Consort.
Consort
So
passive, yeah. And this is just a very nice long wave while
yeah,
Fine and
and
Sagittarius are saving their
it's gonna be
Mythium.
like 100 in income almost, not quite, but
There's that brute
pretty
shift clicked
close.
already by Fine, but actually he wants the Dino if he gets it.
Yeah, Dino can be tricky for the Consort and the yeah.
Okay.
We'll see how he manages the aggro, right?
Lucy
And Lucy
opting for
had,
the
ooh,
Zeus, which I guess is her
I
best
mean,
option, but it won't tank anything.
it guarantees kills, but not a hold,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Drac is summoning the whole hive.
Yeah, Drakir is
And does he
raising
go
his
for split for?
split. He is,
Yeah,
okay, so the
okay. Wants
Dino
plays
will...
around the Dino, but Fine already played around that by sending a snail,
Mhm.
so we'll see how this goes. I mean, that's a lot of buzz value.
Yeah,
Pretty
meanwhile the
good on this
Brute
wave.
is demolishing the Oathbreaker there in Lucy's lane. This looks like a pretty big leak for her.
Yeah.
Drakir, I mean, he's completely ignoring the Dino until
Now he's
now, but
getting
he's
it,
killed
but
half the way first.
so many dogs, right?
Yeah, I think he's fine. Lucy,
And
only
the thing about
41%
Zeus,
leak for
yeah.
Lucy, by the way, against 100
Zeus,
power send.
yeah, I mean, Zeus is the master of getting kills,
Hmm.
which is why part of why Bazooka Fiesta was so good is because you basically never take a full 100% leak.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's too
Like,
much. I mean, even the bazooka does so much single target, right?
mhm.
So, and now Lucy kind of can full push, but obviously didn't quite get enough gold to actually push. But
Yeah, yeah.
now on that 8 workers. And a resend here from Fine
A full
into
send from
Drac.
Drakir as well. The Brute
Yeah,
into Sagittarius. He will get the Butcher down, but his lane is looking
that
so
looks like a
weak here,
huge
Offmer.
leak, yeah. And Drac has a tricky thing where he has 5 buzz on his board, so he can't really do damage here.
Hmm.
But he doesn't really want to build 2 more buzzes, so he's gonna shift a little
Oh, no,
bit.
no, he
Nope.
actually does. He actually
Yeah.
does want to build 2 more buses.
I thought he had the whole hive on wave 4, but
Yeah.
turns out there were some more waiting in reserve. But
Bzzz.
Lucy should do fine here. Zeus plus Chain Fist
Oh,
is more than enough.
Lucy's chilling. Yeah,
Oh,
that
the Brute
should
can
be
get
an easy
sniped,
hold from
actually.
her.
I don't know if it's a good thing at this point, though.
Sagittarius is actually doing better than I thought he would when he's got like 10 seeds on his
Yeah.
board.
I guess Seedling is still pretty efficient. If the
Oh,
Brute kills the Consort, Drac maybe kills it, right?
Lucy meanwhile gets the perfect Fiesta Leak.
Oh,
Okay, the
okay.
Brute does not kill the
Not too
consort.
bad.
Yeah, I mean a really nice Fiesta Leak there from Lucy. 2
Yeah.
creeps against
And
a
while
Fiend
saving,
Send.
right?
Yep,
Can probably go for, I mean, a Mimic Send on wave 7?
certainly on wave 7. Yeah, and
Not,
Fine.
not quite on wave 6.
Well, Fine does have Doomsday, but there's no way he can afford to
Yeah,
save
no
for it
way.
because he's under too much
Second Warplane
pressure.
has to come here.
Yeah.
And maybe not even Mimic, right? You could go for something like a Mole
Hmm.
as well. I mean, or even an Ogre, right? If this is longer. I mean, Lucy is going for a soft Sui, basically.
Yeah. On the bright
And
side,
it'll
though,
be,
Sagittarius is very strong on 7, so should be able to cover.
yeah. He actually doesn't have Arcane, though. I
He
wonder
doesn't.
if he gets
He's used
double
his
Brute, is
reroll
he in
already.
trouble?
Look at that.
He's got Boom Tree, I guess, or just Double Tree, maybe, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I think he just goes
could
second
be
Nightmare.
against. Yeah, Second Nightmare makes a lot of sense, especially if you expect Double Brute.
Yeah.
Well, Triple Lizard it is.
Triple Lizard. I think Drakir
I mean-
correctly reading that Sagi's very strong, but he would have been super low value.
He would have been weak if they had if they had income, they could have been fine here, but
Yeah.
he sells for the Second Nightmare. I mean,
No, he
it
used his
honestly, Second
stash.
Nightmare. Oh, he stashed.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, the stash has been broken. The piggy bank smashed open.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good read from Drac then.
Hmm.
Don't think that's a necessarily easy read to make either.
He probably didn't
So there-
read the stash at all. He's probably just
Yeah, not
thinking
the
like
stash.
the
just
Nightmare
thinking
guy's going to be
he's
strong.
gonna
Yeah.
do good enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But an Ogre Send here for Fine, and I don't think he's going to be
Yeah.
doing too well at all. The one bright side for him is that the Ogre hasn't like killed a consort and started tanking, so the
Yeah.
Harpies are able to pick off a lot of the wave.
Yeah, pretty good hold, honestly.
Yeah. Kind of lucky, really. Like if the Ogre
Yeah.
last hits one of the buzzes or the consorts, and the Harpies just do 0 damage for the rest of the wave, like as
Yeah.
soon as they
And
target.
it's kind of a reverse from last game, right? Because we have the super long wave here.
Hmm.
While they're saving and going for a big power merc center.
I mean, Sagittarius,
And,
oh, he pulled the trigger too soon. I would have loved to see him send a Ghost Knight, but actually Lucy's got a pretty good board against it.
yeah. And has the LOD now. Not a lot of tank value for Lucy.
And by not a
What
lot,
does Drac have? Drac will get out a priestess here. Will it be enough? Has so
Yeah.
many little buzzes that, I mean,
he's on value.
yeah, he is quite literally on value, which is impressive,
Yeah.
I'd say, against the save. But
Here's the thing, though, like these kind of units, Priestess, Lord
Yeah.
of Death, Pack Leader's very good against them in the early game
yeah,
because they just don't get the value out of their spells.
look at this focus. Look at this. Like
That's
things are looking
perfect for
good.
Drakir. Absolutely
Oh
perfect.
my god!
But Lucy's getting overran. She
Unless
does
this
kill the
photo
pack.
doesn't focus.
Oh.
Wow!
Just barely surviving there is Drakir's
Yeah, I mean,
Priestess.
Masterclass from Drakir there.
Hmm.
Obviously, holding on value is not necessarily
Yeah,
like
but
something to
but
be-
still, credit where due. The
but
positioning
that
was
was
very
good,
good.
yeah.
The aggro was perfect.
I mean, he quite literally has 2 consorts and 8 buzzes on his board
Yeah.
on wave 8, right? Which is not the best units, but
I think you'll find Consort is the best unit on every wave.
oh, I actually didn't realize that.
Hmm.
But now that I check the typing chart, I see that it actually does damage no matter what the typing is.
Right? But yeah, very clutch hold there from Drakir, keeping his team very much
Oh,
in the game. In fact, they're in the lead.
and ooh, I think this is, well, I mean, there's nothing aggressive on 11, which is maybe why they feel comfortable doing this, but this
Yeah.
opens up a potential wave 11 send where they're not the best, right? Like, sure, trees are great tank value, but the problem when you double Nightmare is that if you get the Doppel, which you kind of have to, right, then you have a useless Nightmare on 11,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which is
But
not tank
there's
value for your
only
Doppel.
defensive spells though.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean his value is quite low.
Hmm.
I think when you see that this wave 11 looks pretty juicy, and maybe even it's Lucy over pushing here, right, to force a long wave 10
Yeah.
and pressure Fine, who is closer to value, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, Drac isn't really pushing to this send, whereas Lucy is full pushing. I think that makes a lot of sense. Drac already has the Mythium.
So they're
He just needs
planning
to make sure
something.
that 12 is held, or 10 is held. But Lucy doesn't even fully push here.
Yeah.
Plays more respectfully.
She is pretty
Um,
weak on 10, to be fair.
yeah. Yeah. If there's a resend here, she doesn't want to leak everything.
Yeah. And Drakir's on fire now, just playing it quite
Yeah.
safe over there. He'll
And
have the
I mean,
Azeria
he's
on 11.
easily reached 4 eyes, which is the threshold against Nightmare Butcher, right? Where you're
Hmm.
like actually gonna leak them pretty reasonably.
Yeah. Yeah, and
And the thing is,
Sagittarius
Strax
value is
build
already low.
scales. That's, I feel like, the scary part, right? He's ahead while playing pretty normally, and
Yeah.
he has a really well scaling role, and he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
a cartel punishment.
And Sagittarius very much does not have a scaling roll, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
he's already used the reroll, and this is what he's stuck with, like Nightmare,
Yeah.
Berserker, Pipsqueak.
But
I don't know.
Magician, Sky Queen, I'm not sure that's actually more value than like a GA on an Antler, specifically on this
Hmm.
wave,
Hmm.
right? Because we're giving Magician to 3 Harpies, but um, maybe he feels it's his only way is like scaling a bit back.
Oh,
GA on a full Lumerian is pretty nice,
he could place
but
3 more
I,
Harpies.
yeah, that's true. But
Oh,
no,
like
where's
just
the
going
tank
for the
value, right?
buzzes. I mean, he knows they work well in Drakir's lane, so why not?
Yeah,
GA
GA
Lumerian is
Lumerian,
good. I
but
mean, it loses its first
it's
life
kind of getting one
very,
shot.
very quickly.
And next up is the Doppel.
Yeah. That Doppel is, it just has no chance. This is
Yeah,
a
and
big
same
leak
in
here from
Fine's lane.
Sagittarius. 69 over there. Fine. I mean, he's doing a bit better, but it's still a 58 there. They will
Yeah,
survive here. But Offmer, so much gold now going the
yeah.
way of Barnish Kieran.
And they need, like, Fine and the Sagittarius kind of need to play for 14, but, like, the thing is, Drac also has huge answers there, right? With the Sovereign, with
Mm-hmm.
like, the Daphnes make the Poda quite strong, and we have the Battle Scars stacking. And it's not like Lucy is bad there with the tank value is just gonna be, like, Yuzora, but
Yeah.
I mean, so much magician value too, right? Like if you compare the magician value between Fine and Lucy, you're definitely thinking Lucy's got the edge there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, Lucy's circle is much, much better, I think.
Yeah, I feel like the only way you can win this game as Fine and Sagittarius is either, I mean, there's 2 options, kind of like they send too early and you pull off a hold under value,
Yeah.
or you catch them saving too long.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Drakir and
But right
Lucy
now,
are not the sort of players who are going to make like an unforced error at this point in the game.
yeah, it's gotta be, you gotta make the game somehow more interesting than this state right now.
Yeah.
But
It feels
we'll
very
see.
favourable for Drakir and Lucy so far.
Unfortunately, that battle scars went on the slime mommy, but I could think of worse units.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, they're just so there's so much value.
Fine is falling really far behind. And in fact, they just don't have great scaling roles at all. Like, Fine has what I would call a very confused role. You know, he's got that
Mhm.
DK white main, but that does not synergize with Harpies and Doomsdays at all,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, like the Warp Wing Harpy plus tanks idea is on his board, and
Mm.
then the DK just yeah, it doesn't really help out his role right now. He
I,
needs about like 5,000 more gold to make it happen, right?
yeah, I would much rather just have like some tank value than that Dread Knight.
Yeah, so it is going to be this 14 play. I think that makes sense,
Yeah.
but I think Drac and Lucy also understand that
Yep.
worst case, everyone holds and we are still ahead.
Yeah, Big Sen's coming out, and they're not looking great on this way. Fine can't even afford to get his
Yeah,
Doomsday. He's actually going for Sky Queens instead,
yeah.
trying to
I mean,
maximize the
making use
aura
of the
value.
magician. Maybe he was just trying to bait like a GK cent, right?
Yeah, I guess.
And
I guess
then,
that makes sense.
but again, on 14, you should not always send GK into Doomsday, right? Because you, especially a build like this, you kind of just want some damage, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly what Lucy is doing. Centaur,
Yeah.
Brutes, Robo.
And Drac just sending a million brutes because
Hmm.
there's 3 units on Sagittarius's
Yeah.
board.
But everyone's on value.
Yeah.
And the Pipsqueak
Some
again
people a
going
little
down
more
very
than
quickly
on
here for
value.
Oh, wait, no, it's still alive. Wait, I spoke too soon.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
perfection, Offmer.
Back from the grave.
It hasn't even used the
That
GA.
it hasn't?
Oh,
Wow.
now it
Oh,
will.
you're right. Now it uses the GA. I
Yeah.
mean,
It
that is huge.
actually
Fine
would have
does
been
really
better to
well
use it
here.
earlier, perhaps. Fine leaking only
Perhaps.
the Centaur,
I mean,
Lucy
good
leaking,
start.
pretty small Drakir holding. I mean, they can't afford to leak like
How did
this.
they
They
leak
will
Drakir
survive,
though?
but very low HP remaining for Spont Machine.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest problem is that Lucy is also still so strong in this game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If you have a situation where Drac is the only threat, then the game is a lot more
Playable.
winnable from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this case, it's like, okay, fine, you Sui into Drac, but then I have to Sui into Lucy as well,
Yeah, yeah.
and no one's left to hold. But they are going for a huge push here, which um, may
They're
or
gonna
may not work, right? Because it looks like it could be a shift as well. But um, yeah, I don't know if you even leak Drac without pushing quite as hard, right? Fine feels like he has to hold as well.
Well, Drakir is being very disciplined here, just staying plus
Yeah,
150 value. Like, he
no
knows
resen's gonna
they're
catch him.
they're super far ahead. He doesn't need to take those risks and push too many workers. He can just play it
Yeah,
safe and steer this one home to victory.
yeah, and his units on like he doesn't have a weak wave really. Like maybe 16 is a little weaker, right? Doesn't have like great damage there, but he has a lot of value from double sovereign as tank value, and the Daphne plus Azura combo does damage on every wave.
Mm-hmm. Sadly
So will
leaking
they
to no
react off of that?
send.
I would expect they just
They do.
go, right? Like you can't really make mistakes. And yeah, now it's tricky, right? Drac is above value if you count in his battle scars. Lucy's about on value if you think about how much Magician is values on our board. And Sagittarius minus 1k, Fine minus 500.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
6%
Sedge is
ping, it's
essentially
just,
full suited for this at this point. Like,
yeah. I mean, their only hope was to skip, right? But they skip it.
they skippened. I
Yeah.
think the fact that Sadji leaked to no send on 15 just kind of sealed their fate,
Yeah.
really. Like, if he'd been able to barely hold, they may have got away with this kind of play, but like
Mhm.
the leak there just guarantees that Drakir and Lucy send. And yeah, Sagittarius, of course, is going to leak pretty badly here. Although, having said that, he's still playing
Yeah.
Doppel and like Lumerian.
Yeah. His units are very, very good here.
But Fine leaks
In fact,
59. And
this J.
Sadji
Lumerian has
is.
been very impressive, but
Yeah.
not enough.
Well, there we have it, Offmer. The reverse
Wow.
sweep is real. Barnes Kieran, from the brink of disaster, are your
Yeah.
February Nova Cup champions. Really, really well played by those guys. That was impressive.
Yeah, that was a crazy turnaround.
Yeah, wow.
Like
That's,
losing the first two games, almost losing the third game, and then just completely dominated the next two games.
yeah. That was kind of wild. Let's see if we can get these guys in for a winners interview. It's been a while since we spoke to them.
Yeah.
Right. Looks like they're on the way. Okay, but yeah, I completely wild series. Like that's what we love to see. The let me hide the non-video.
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
congratulations, guys. That was very, very impressive. We're just talking about how you guys were on the brink of defeat there, the 2-0 advantage on the way of Spont Machine from the first couple of games, and then the reverse sweep was real. Super, super well played. Very good presence of mind. It's we love to see it. So well played.
Thank you, thank you.
I mean, you
Good for
guys,
content.
you must have been sweating a
longer
little
one.
bit there.
A fair bit, yeah.
Yeah. Especially, I
Yeah.
can't remember, was it game 3 or game 4 where they went for like a post income wave 15 send that you guys were
3, yeah.
completely unprepared for, and I think took you down to like 5% king HP, and that would have just been the 3-0 for them, right? In that case.
Yeah, I was a bit mad at myself because they did the same play yesterday, and it's like I kind of was expecting it, but I didn't expect Malumarian to die.
Yeah,
Left side
Yeah,
was
you
a
got
bit
like one
divine.
tank dift.
Yeah, I was a bit sad. Yeah, I was got lucky there. that we didn't die. But honestly, I mean, I was also kind of sad the first two games. Like I think we had like a giga advantage, and then we
Yeah.
kind of threw it. But obviously they also
game.
played well. They played the mid game better than us, but
Yeah.
I think we also did some mistakes.
There was the one game I think earlier, I can't remember if it was the first or second, but they baited you to send them 13, pawn shopped an egg, easily held, and then like kind of cruised home from there. Yeah, that was,
he pawn shop there. I didn't even.
Yeah.
yeah.
see it.
He took the pawn shop spell so he could sell the egg, and
We
yeah,
didn't even see that.
it became a very hard game for you guys from that point. So,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah.
fair play. Like they played that very well, I think.
They did.
Ah, yeah. I had a game I messed up on 10. I think I killed one of my guns and then
Yeah.
leaked on 10. That was pretty bad.
Yeah. But a really close fought series. This might have been one of the most nail biting finals that we've had for quite some time, actually. So really fun to watch. I hope it was fun to play. It might have been a little bit sweaty as well for you guys.
Yeah, we got a
Bit
little
longer.
nervous, yeah, but
Yeah, certainly helping out the drop farmers by making the finals as long as possible as well. So I'm sure they all
Yeah.
appreciate it. We got to see a really good like array of masterminds. Drakir Shepherd was used. That's your brainchild, right?
yeah.
Yeah, a really interesting mastermind, like really good skill expression. I think just being able to manipulate aggro every wave is really fun. But one thing I wanted to ask, like I didn't know who was going to end up as the winners interview here today, but I really wanted to ask, like, what is the crack with Aristocrat right now? It seems to be so popular and so successful. Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
People like to build their sandcastle.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen like Adamus be like super good at it, so I don't know. I think he like kind of started the trend maybe, to in high elo at least.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not. I think it's just like it's a simple game plan. So just like build your T6s, scale hard.
And if you happen to
Okay.
roll like Growl or Skeleton, you're just in a really good spot from wave 1, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't had any success with it, so I haven't really been playing it.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
like you've barely been playing, but you're still on top form for Nova Cup, it looks like.
I've played it a lot, but I get very bored.
You need the chaos variants to keep you interested.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not playing the game when I play it because I'm just picking the big units and not really even covering all my weakness, you know.
Yeah, for
Be
sure.
like, I'll have value enough.
Yeah, you guys actually you did it without Aristocrat, without Champion, also without, I guess, Cartel, in the final.
Yeah.
Like, did
Oh,
you
yeah.
feel kind of weird like with the Champion? Like, I think the Greed ended up being a lot stronger than either Champ or Cartel would have been that game.
Yeah, I mean, I played Cartel in one of the games, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's the second game, and
Mhm.
I kind of felt like bad, like I had no money after that. So I kind of felt like I didn't want to be in that situation again, so I just picked Reeds, and it's kind of similar.
That was
Yeah,
the
and
all-out
I
assault
think
game, though, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like the aggressive. I mean, I think almost all of the games had aggressive spells, right?
yeah, basically besides the last one, which was like
Yeah,
actually surprisingly the one where you went for the big 11 play, but that was only like
Yeah,
triple
true.
defensive one.
But they'll never see it coming. There's no aggressive spells.
Yeah.
yeah, genius.
Yeah.
So why did you end up with the picking the Fiesta? Was you just feel like it? That was the best one you had left?
I don't think it was the best one. It's just
No, yeah, we were thinking since there aren't any offensive spells that they might try to play like safe, so we kind of just disrupt them with Fiesta,
Yeah.
and they did end up playing. Wait, did they play? Oh, I forgot.
I also
No,
remember
they
they played
played.
Greed plus Stash, I think.
Yeah, like I was expecting a castle pick from them again. That's
Yeah, they did that one in game 3, I think, right? Or is it 3
yeah,
or
yeah,
4?
Yeah.
yeah.
Played Shepherd Castle, which was honestly pretty exciting because the first 2 games, I mean, we've basically only been seeing pretty quick early games, and that game was like a lot more starved, which was more interesting, I feel like.
Yeah. And Castle
Yeah, for
just
sure.
really shines in those starved games, right? Because it just gets a massive bump on wave 11, and all of a sudden you're like miles ahead of everyone else in the lobby. But in that last game, Drakir, actually, you may not even know this, but Sagittarius was on Stash. And when you guys were like saving into wave 7, I think you just ended up sending Lizard Army or something like that. And you actually forced him to break the piggy bank on 7 for, 30 gold or whatever it is at that point. So a bit of a double victory for you guys there to make him use his mastermind and be kind of overbuilt to hold a couple of lizards. So really nice there.
Also, in your stash game, you stashed on wave 3, right? Was it just
Yeah,
like
I
you
mean,
needed the gold? I didn't actually
I,
see it.
I like stashing early. I think
Okay.
like with the current numbers, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I think
like in that
I
game, I
think
needed the golds for the cats, so I can 6-worker and add a cat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes sense. I think
then it makes a lot of
that's what
sense,
Benny
right?
was saying, right?
Just secure your early game, and then like with the way that Stash is currently, your alternative is to hold on to it and get 150 gold on wave 14 or something like that. It's just you're in a much better position if you just
Yeah.
use it early and secure your 6 workers, your 7 workers, whatever. And yeah, clearly it worked. But yeah, super fun games, really good to watch, and just very well played to you guys. Like, it's always difficult to come back into a series when you're 2-0 down, and you did it with style. The reverse sweep was fantastic. I find the Sagittarius probably got to be feeling a bit hard done by there, especially after that like wave 15 in game 3.
Yeah, that's a sad one.
Yeah. Any like words of commiseration for your opponents, because they fought a damn good series.
Oh yeah, I mean they played really well. Like yesterday we won 2-0, but now they like definitely adapted a bit more towards how we play things. So
Yeah.
they definitely played really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a best of 3, they would have won.
Yeah, yeah, they would have.
Yeah, really cool. Okay, cool. I mean, that's all of the questions that I had for you guys. Othmar, anything else from yourself?
No, I guess looking forward to seeing you guys again in the Winter Series, I guess. Been so long.
Yeah,
Been
Drakir
2
took
months.
January off to give everybody else a chance, I guess.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking King and Widow were going to take it this month, though. Like, they, in the group stage, played incredibly well. But it seems like Sajin Fine had their number here in the semi-finals, and yeah, it wasn't to be. But if they're going to continue grinding the game, they're definitely going to give you guys a run for your money in the next month or so. I think that would be interesting to see. I think it's been a while since we've had you guys face off in the finals, right?
Yeah, a good while.
Oh, yeah,
I guess
last year,
most of
sometime last
November,
year.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was November or October.
Oh, that's
It
a
might have
while
been
ago.
both.
Like I can't remember what I had for breakfast, and you're asking me what happened 4 months ago.
Yeah. Fair enough, fair enough.
Okay, cool. On that note, I think that's about all we have time for on the stream. So the usual shout outs again, a massive congratulations to Degreer and Lucy, are very well deserving champions. But to all of the players, especially those who made it to the finals here today, it's been a really, really fun month of games to cast. Huge thank you to my co-caster Offma today and Seto yesterday. It's been a pleasure as always, and everyone behind the scenes who run the tournaments and make things tick. Thank you to everyone in Twitch. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I know that I've had fun casting the game, so surely they've been entertaining to watch as well. But that's everything from me. So Offma, any last words from you?
No, just want to second the thanks to everyone. I think even though I'm not playing Legion basically at all, I still love coming here and watching the games, casting the games. I think the community is awesome. I think the tournament's really well run, and I think all the players in the tournaments are making the games a lot of fun. And I just always have a good time every month.
Yeah, for sure. Drakir, Lucy.
Yeah. I also second that. Just thank you to everyone, all the casters, the wonderful casters, and the tournament organizers, Nerd and Slinky. Everyone is doing a great job here, keeping this running.
For sure.
I heard that.
Lovely. Okay. Awesome. Okay. On that note, guys, that is everything on the February Nova Cup. Make sure you are back for March because these tournaments just get more and more fun every month, it seems. So until then, goodbye from me, and we will see you next month. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.